You can't get all liquored up.
Yeah, it's. I get it.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I try to like soak it in because I miss those days. But.
Yeah, we are rolling to the folks out there, so if anyone's listening to us, let me know if the audio and everything is good out there. And, of course, you're joining us on the Utreon, so we can hold guns!
Oh, yeah.
I gotta muzzle you.
Yeah.
Look at that. It did that on its own. It focused. How come this thing...
Are you
its own? Yeah. So,
are you a safety Sally? Are you a safety Sally?
Check it. Yeah. Gotta check it. Show it off.
Yeah,
you
gotta. You know, you can't. You're in the privacy of your own. You can't put your finger on the trigger. You can't do anything. They're as bad as these people are. Some of these bad people are bad as Democrats.
Yeah.
So
I know. That's one of the things we have to deal with. But we are live here on Utreon, so we can hold guns. Of course, we always practice safety because we're responsible adults and human beings.
Who is to say who's responsible, anyways?
Yeah, but you know.
Who are you to say? Come on.
YouTube says we can't. YouTube says we can't hold guns when we go live, so that's why we do it on Utreon. If you're watching us later on YouTube and you want to join us live, go to Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom podcast. If you're listening on audio here, you want to join us live, same thing. I am holding up for the folks listening on audio. This is the Jackal, the 5.56 Jackal is what I'm showing off here. Got some other things. Walter has some kind of what is it?
This is a
it was sold, Romeo or whatever.
It was sold through as an airsoft thing, but it's a
oh boy.
So I'm just curious whether I can.
Is that an airsoft gun there? That's an airsoft.
No. This is the real McCoy. This is the 19.
Oh, excuse me. That's an old school 19. I like
23 Gen 2.
Okay. Okay.
But this thing is supposed to, Glock's supposed to fit up in it, and I bought it, and it's all aluminum too. It's not like it's made of plastic or anything. So
wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it was $300 worth of WoW too.
Oh, that's expensive. For airsoft stuff? Wow.
42 Chill says that's bad. I hope that's not the audio. Let's hit the button and get this started and jump in here. It's a free-for-all Monday here. Got lots of stuff to
make it
talk
official.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, so let's go. We're live here. Check it out. I'm going to throw on what I call a fisherman hat. And
wait, hang on. What's underneath that brim? What's underneath that brim?
Yeah, what is that?
This is the overlanding symbol. The symbol for the overlanding.
Oh, okay.
Because this
okay. That's not a brand thing. That's just like a known overland
Oh, that's
thing.
some swag. That's some overland swag.
Overland Expo.
Yeah, some swag that I bought. Here, let me throw it on here.
How bad did they get you for that? Did they kiss you afterwards or what? How bad did that cost
Rasta
you?
don't play, man. Look at that.
He didn't hear it. He took his. Oh God, you look like you from the UK in 2002.
Wait a minute. You gotta do your flaps up. Not all ghetto
yeah, the
down.
flaps.
No, not
side
Gomer Pyle. You don't be like a Gomer Pyle.
No,
right?
I would rock it like this.
You can't hear with that. How can you hear with it like that?
I can hear. Oh, okay. I could go like this.
No.
Fucking Hank.
What's going on, yo?
Yo, what's going on in the hood?
EPMD used to rock the fisherman hats. What do you guys call these things?
It's a booty cap.
A boonie cap. Yeah.
Boonie.
So that's what they're calling it. At first, I thought they said a booty clap, but there you go.
It's a booty clap.
I like this one. And this one has the. Oh, so Walt's got one too.
Oh, this is a Russian bun. Yes, this is Soviet. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know. They're not doing too well lately here, so
yeah,
it's not helping them any.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, your head is not big enough for that, or small enough.
That fits okay. No, that fits okay.
Oh, that's a good.
That's how it's supposed to flip up on the sides.
Fold up. When you're not out in the weathers, you fold it up on the sides. Yeah.
Oh,
and then when it's raining or get the sun off your shoulders, you fold it back down.
Yeah.
So what do those loops hold up there? Bullets?
You can put brush, debris, whatever, like camouflage type stuff.
Okay. All right, cool. So there you go. There's mine. Hold on, let me do Walter and me. Babyface. Wait a second. Babyface don't have one.
I have more in the back too. I like.
This is how you wear.
So.
This is how you rock it in the hood, yo. Like this. People can't even see your eyes, so they don't know what you're about to do before you do it. Son.
And you don't know what you're about to do either because you can't see shit.
I mean, so I can see everything, son.
All right, enough of that. Let's get.
I sees it all, man. Hold on, let me see. I think I got another one here. Check this one out.
Then you pull it off and you go sideways.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Boom, boom.
This one is almost like LL Cool J. This one. See, this one barely fits on my head right there.
That's who I'm thinking. LL Cool J wore that back in what, the late 90s?
Yeah, at some point. I know he
something like that. He was like known for that. Yeah.
He had a Kango version. Like I think he had. Do you remember Kango? That company, Kango.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on, Kango.
Yeah, that's like a famous. That's a famous hat company.
Kango.
I guess.
Yeah.
Probably overpriced.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Was it Switzerland or something?
I have no idea. That was called a bucket hat, though. It looks like.
So here's all here's all different kind of Kangos. This is the one that LL Cool J wore.
Yeah.
You know what that looks like? That looks like a damn Chi-Com hat. That's what it looks like.
It kind of does, yeah.
It looks like a Vietnamese Puth hat or
And
whatever they call it.
What's his face?
He wears one too. Okay.
Yeah, what is his name?
Oh, God.
That
Samuel
guy.
Jackson. Samuel Jackson. He's very famous for wearing them, yeah.
He's left us as a motherfucker, too.
They all are.
So my dudes, you guys never heard of EPMD. Here, let me pull up EPMD in here. EPMD, see, they rock the fisherman hats, yo. Check that out, son. I mean, right there. EPMD got old, oh my God. And they still got their gold chains.
You got that look like, oh, come on, please, somebody look at me. Look at me, please.
I sold my jewelry like that a long time ago. Damn it. Sometimes I get, sometimes I reminisce about the old school jewelry, Used to have like the multi-ring, the multi-fingered rings that could go on several fingers, and you have to.
That's called brass knuckles. That's what that's called.
Shout out to I don't even know. First of all, we didn't even do jazz hands, so let's get jazz hands going. There you go. I hope you guys got your big girl panties on. This is episode 948 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's Free for All Monday, and this is entitled Trudeau Goes Full Retard. Full retard in Canada.
You mean Little Castro, you mean?
Castro. He is Castro Jr.
You see that comparisons of Castro and Trudeau when they put them side by side?
Yeah.
Looks just like him. And his mom was vacationing in Cuba right around the time she got pregnant.
Yeah, and she was a leftist. She was a leftist too. So
yeah, they're fucking commies. That family's fucking commies.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at it, let's see. Here we go. Here's some comparisons.
He looks like he doesn't look anything like his father.
Is this him and Castro back in the days? No,
yes.
It can't be. Oh, it is?
Probably yes.
Oh, what? What?
Because his family went to Cuba all the time. They were friendly with the Castro regime. Click on that one right there. There you go.
So...
Tell me he doesn't look like a Castro.
Oh, no, he looks like Castro.
Look at the lips and the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he's a Castro. He's not a Trudeau. He's a Castro.
Yeah. Damn it. Canada,
that's kind of like...
What are you doing? What are you doing, people in Canada? What is wrong with you guys?
And when Castro died, he gave some huge eulogy to him. Oh, the Canadians have always been friends with the Cuban government. Wow. And a lot of people were like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? He was a communist who killed a bunch of people.
He's signaling that
it was his dad, for
Canada
sure.
For
sure.
Yeah. What's that, Walt?
Yeah. No, well, a lot of these black folk idolize Che Rivera. Mm-hmm. And Che would kill black folks on sight.
Rivera's not a good person. Today, by the way, I just read, is National Bologna Day. Have you guys had your bologna today?
Yeah, we got news from Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's right.
Total bullshit. Here's the news, by the way. Trudeau orders immediate freeze on Canada handgun sales.
How is he? He's a dictator.
I was just about to say, how is this not dictatorial? How is this not?
Canada does not have a Second Amendment, yo.
It's true.
But
they have they have the right to defend themselves. Obviously, every human being has the right to defend themselves, but they don't have a Second Amendment. So he's frozen. You can't buy or sell handguns. And the next step is they're gonna try to take handguns back from people. They've already done stuff against rifles and stuff like that. Yeah, Canada's going full fucking retard here, man. They're
and then spying on us at gun shows. Here the
spying on us. The Mounties coming across the border to fuck around with Americans.
Yeah, look at what they did to the truckers, man. Shit, Canada's gonna get messed up.
It is messed up.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a debate tonight?
A debate?
A debate? With who?
The main candidate is running for Florida governor will be face-to-face on the debate stage tonight, Monday night. At 7 o'clock, I will be turning this hilarity on.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
I went to the Oktoberfest here locally at Tampa Bay Downs on Saturday night. And they have a vendor area, and people have displays. And there was a Democrat, which I won't name him or anything, is running for local office. Mm-hmm. But he hands out this piece of paper that's got the list of all of the Democrats they're supposed to vote for. Mm-hmm. So all they did for me was tell me who you're not supposed to vote for.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know the Republicans ain't perfect, but God damn it, I'm not voting for a Democrat. I don't care.
I already voted. Actually,
yeah, we need to go vote.
Yeah,
early voting's up, so we might go this week to do it.
Yeah, I voted. I voted with the ballot.
Yeah, I don't that mail-in ballot stuff. If people do that, that's just a Democrat plot for.
I don't trust it.
Well, so I think it depends. Lola said the same thing, but I think it depends on what county you're in. Like mine's going to my county, and my county is I trust my county. Yeah, so there are certain counties that you may not necessarily, trust. I get it, but I trust my county. But plus, I got to do it because I should be on the road right now, but I'm not on the road. I'm headed on the road. I'm going to Communist California, so I won't be here for actual voting. So I had to do it. But also, I know there's people who don't like voting by the ballot, but it's also a good opportunity to go through, check everyone out,
Well, absentee is one thing. Mm-hmm. Absentee is not a problem when you get a ballot, I don't think. But that mail-in ballot stuff or I don't know. There's just been too much fraud connected to it. I'm just sorry.
I'm not arguing that, and I'm saying a lot of the reason why there's a lot of that going on, it depends on where it is. So, like, if I was in Gainesville, I don't trust those fuckers in Gainesville for shit.
Well, yeah. Well, sorry, we don't have any ballots for you. We don't have enough ballots. Yeah.
I don't trust Gainesville. But so, Patrick, you're saying there's actually polls open already, right? So you can.
I thought it was early voting started today or tomorrow.
Early voting, probably.
Yeah.
I still say we should go back to the Constitution. You vote on November 4th, and you get the fuck out.
Yep. You walk up, you pull the lever, and you make some Hagen chads, and then you get out.
Listen, if you want to live in a community that has 50,000 people stacked on top of each other, and you got to stand for hours to vote, seems like it's not my fucking problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna scroll through here on the Discord for people who want to get up on. Oh, I love this meme. This is my favorite meme right here. That's Kenny.
Hey, I could just see the kid losing control of the gun and shooting Kenny.
I could just sit here and watch that the whole time. Oh, there goes Rambo.
Oh, Rambo, yeah, going full
Rambo
on.
Rambo is that from? Is that 2? Rambo looks so fucking old now, man. Sylvester Stallone.
Well, he is. He is. What do you mean looking? He is.
He old. I don't even know. Oh, that's Schwarzenegger right there. Another old dude.
Where'd the Discord go?
Oh, check it out. That's Mike right there, our buddy Mike. And oh, he's showing his fisherman hat. That's what I'm calling it.
Nice.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want to get up on the Discord, there should be a link for the Discord in the Let me see. Is that link in there? I don't know. Maybe we can get Lola or Patrick or somebody to put up the link for Discord for whoever's
there's
not
a
up
chassis.
on Discord. So.
Oh, the chassis showed up on the Discord too for the Glocks. Yeah, I gotta mess with that when I'm not under duress.
Where is that in Gorn, in the Gorn section of the
in the main chat, chat part.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it yet. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go to Gorn.
Someone must have put it in there. Okay. So Trudeau, man, let's start with Babyface. What do you think is going on in Canada? And what can people?
I have no idea. I don't understand how their political system works, where he can just make a decision like this unilaterally. I don't get it. But I also don't study their politics at all.
Isn't Canada a lot like they've
Britain.
got a prime minister? It's
England.
a lot like England, and England's fucking confusion and chaos. And at the end of the day, the queen or the king or whoever the hell it is basically.
Well, the king doesn't have any power like that. That's just.
But the prime minister thing is stupid though. The prime minister. So I don't know if Canada is exactly like England, because England could cycle through. England had the female prime minister lasted about
2 weeks.
No, 6 weeks.
Are you sure about that? I thought it was 2. No, you might be right. It might be 6.
Yeah.
In England, it was like 40 days, I think.
Right.
It was nothing. Yeah, it was barely anything.
Yeah.
Well, she lost confidence or something like that, and
what is going on?
They can constantly do that vote of confidence thing to you, but I'm guessing
vote of no confidence.
No confidence, yeah. But I'm guessing that's not happening in Canada. If someone's listening, or whatever from Canada, let us know. Because how come they haven't gotten rid of Trudeau at this point yet in Canada, man?
Canada is a lot like here. The urban areas run everything. Think about Canada. Canada, for the most part, there's those few urban areas, and the rest of it's just a wild.
Canada
West.
is only urban areas.
Yeah, I mean, out in the middle, there's nothing
cities,
besides small towns and farms and stuff like that. So,
what does Canada have? Like 3 big cities, like Toronto and
more than that. But they basically, if you look at the population density map of Canada, it is a tiny line across the U.S. border, and then nothing. There's just nothing north of that.
Yeah,
polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think. Do you guys think that the people in Canada are going to rise up? I don't.
Nope.
Think so. Yeah. I don't think
Too passive.
They haven't.
Canada's
they
fine.
haven't at this. They haven't at this point. And...
Yeah.
Do you think Americans are going to ever rise up? No. Too passive.
They're more likely than Canadians, and it doesn't take a lot of Americans rising up. Like January 6th was bullshit. That was nothing. That was not really Americans trying to do anything. It doesn't take that many Americans that know what they're doing to change shit. By the way, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Canada. Have we seen that? No, I would say definitely we haven't seen it. But it's less likely to happen here because Americans expect to be free. I think people in Canada, in England, other parts of the world expect to be dominated. They expect to be bent over, no grease, no nothing, just
You don't have feelings about this, do you? Or nothing like this? Or what? I mean?
No, think about it. I'm an immigrant, right? All over the world, people look at America as the bastion of freedom. We come here to be free. So even the immigrants that come here and then they start doing shit get mad. That's what makes me mad. So I think it's more likely for people in America to get mad than people in Canada. And we're gonna see in these elections, man. There's gonna be. Don't you? So do you guys don't think there's gonna be a red wave?
I think there's gonna be. That can be. Yeah, this shit gonna happen. So if not, then we get what we get.
Yeah, and also, and here's the thing to what you're saying, Patrick. Remember, like in America, we've got sheriffs and all that kind of stuff. So yes, there's a lot of bullshit going on, but there's also a lot of states in America. Like you've got what was it when we had Luis Valdez on? He was talking about this. How many states are open carry already? Wasn't it like 40 something?
A bunch. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think we're at 40 something. There's lots of Second Amendment. What was it called? Now I'm forgetting. the Second Amendment, states declaring sanctuaries, and lots of sheriffs pushing back and all that kind of stuff. I think that Americans expect to be free. Even Democrats, even liberals. When the cities were burning, liberals were going to buy guns.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything about the.
They don't vote that way.
No.
They still vote left.
Yeah.
They're only concerned about my body and my abortions, and that's like I said.
First of all those dudes out there talking about their body and their abortions, your ass don't have no abortions. That's the dudes. I don't give a shit what you think you are. And then out of the women, there was a lot of old ass biddies that can't even have babies talking about my body. Like, you can't have a baby to abort in the first place.
That's the only subject, the only focus they have in Florida is this fact that they can't get abortion on demand. And they don't like the fact also that the government I don't think the government's paying for it anymore neither. So
so first of all, people can have abortions, but states can say that they're not in the abortion business and they can limit abortions, but you can still go to other states. And, also states don't have to pay for it. Like, I don't want to pay for people to have abortions. I don't want to pay for that.
No, where does it say in the Constitution you get to pay to
I don't want to pay for your babies either.
Well, that once again, that comes back to all that whole morals thing and
but abortions are basically self-genocide. I would say that, hey, there's cases where I get it. I understand, But
there's yeah, I mean, I'm not. Let's just say it this way: I'm not 100% against it because there are, like I said, there are instances where it needs to be done, but I don't want to pay for it. So sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when people ask me about that, I'm like, hey, man, if you want to, do you think about the sets of people that are doing that? And Mike Tyson, I think, summed this up the best way. He said, in the hood, there's all these abortion clinics killing off the black and brown people. And then in the rich areas, white people paying lots of money to get babies. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second. You're doing your own self in. When you let Bill Gates convince you to end your bloodline, that's how I look at that. And then those same people will turn around and say we don't have the right to defend ourselves. Well, just look at that as a late-term abortion of some idiots that shouldn't be on the planet with the rest of us. Look at all these. Look at these school shooters, man. We can't even get death penalties for school shooters.
15 seconds. 15 and counting.
Still don't understand that one.
So yeah, the break is coming up here. Let me shout out some people. 42 Chilled. I see Lola out there. Night Train, DCG, Boss Hog is out there.
3,
Brian Quick,
2,
Asper
1.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Let's see, DCG 44, Cruiseman. Shout out to all those people out there. Okay. So anyway, Canada, I think Canada is really screwed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Has anyone ever seen the movie Canadian Bacon? It was kind of a silly movie. And it was done by, what's the name of that guy, Mike something, that's very anti-gun, and, he used to work for GM or Ford, and he did a documentary, and then he did some stuff on, he did, like, the Columbine documentary.
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore. Yeah, the
Yeah.
only movie that he made that wasn't a documentary is Canadian Bacon. And it's about some Americans decide to go to war with Canada. And you know what?
Yeah.
This might happen, man. I say let Canada get all weak and sissified, and then at some point, we just take Canada. That's all.
Oh, Canada.
We'll just take Canada over, man. They might go through the purge sooner than anybody else. So, DCG says Canada best known for what's Canada known for?
Hockey.
Okay.
Woods.
Syrup.
Good place to go fishing.
Oh, okay. All right. Game show hosts. A lot of game show hosts came from Canada. Yeah. Drake is from Canada.
Oh God, I don't know if that's a win.
Drake.
Walter doesn't even know. Is that who?
Drake is a rap person or something? Or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, so let me just say this here before we get into whatever we're going to talk about. So I always tell people this story. I think you guys have heard me say it before, right? In England, way back in the days, remember in the olden days when Obama was running for president? Remember that? That seems like a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Remember when Obama was running, there were all these people who said America has to have black, it's a time that America stepped up and got a black president, a person of, do you guys remember that?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah, the British was saying that a lot. Like, I had a lot of British relatives talking to me, and they're like, oh yeah, it's time for America to do it. And I was like, yeah, America needs to follow, like England, like you guys had a black prime minister, right? A prime minister of color. Never happened. I don't care. I don't like none of that shit means anything.
Yeah, I don't base my bet on.
But one of my Red Dot brothers is going to be running England temporarily. I don't know. This is funny. I'm sorry. This is like a funny thing to me. But yeah, so an Indian brother is going to be running England. He's going to be prime minister. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to last that long.
I don't know what's going to happen there. Again, this is another political system that I only sort of understand. You elect the party nominates the leader, and then the leader leads the country, so they can just no confidence somebody out, bounce somebody in, and then the party just... But it seems... The weird thing to me is it seems like you're just showing how weak you are as a party if you can't find somebody to lead you. And it's gonna... I guarantee it'll bite them in the next election. It has to.
I don't know that it's the problem that they can't find someone to lead them. They've obviously gone through a whole bunch of leaders, right? Like Boris Johnson almost came back. And this guy became the prime minister because Boris Johnson was like, "No, I'm not gonna do this again." But
Boris Johnson was not a good prime minister. So.
Well, I think the problem is England. England can't solve its problems the way it's going about trying to solve its problems.
Okay, yeah.
No one's gonna win in England anytime soon. No one.
England is woke, and you never win if you're woke. So, sorry.
Yeah, these places are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Just think about it, man. They had Brexit, so...
Well...
And they still haven't completed that, have they?
They're still going through the process, but it's messing up a lot of businesses in England. A lot of businesses in England.
They're blaming it on that, but,
You've already voted on it twice, right? There was a second referendum.
Mm-hmm.
There was an initial vote and then a referendum, I believe. It's already done. It should have been over with, I don't know, a year after they signed the paperwork. No,
but they're
it's
trying
done.
to
It's
do
over.
things that are undoable. They're trying to do things that are undoable. This is
undoable, I say.
Yeah. You can't, you can't have, you can't save the planet. This is the whole problem with Europe. But also England's going to suffer from this, even though that's one of the wealthier places in Europe. But, you can't just go, oh, you know what? We're not going to use any kind of fossil fuels.
It doesn't work like
that.
We're
going to save the planet right now. Little 14-year-old girl says we should do this. Now, okay, that works in Star Wars.
That's so stupid.
That doesn't really work in real life. So there's lots of things going on in England that's just not sustainable, and it's going to be... You really can't save a lot of these places.
They got to sort it out themselves, that's all.
Lots of Europe, I think, is going to have... I don't know if it's going to be England first. If I had to predict, I would say, France is going to probably... Well, probably Greece is going to become... a dumpster fire first. That's probably
Greece is already a dumpster fire. They can't.
Already is it?
But
they got no money.
No, but you will see. No, I'm talking about people running fights in the streets or whatever. What's happening in Ukraine is not the worst thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shit's gonna go bad in Europe because none of this stuff that they're doing that can you really actually do. What you get, Walt? Cookies?
I got me some chocolate chip and oatmeal cookies. Yeah.
Okay.
Them motherfuckers are good. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are good.
Are you building something over there? If people are hearing noise, it's Walter.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was playing with my receiver. I got a box of. I bought some. When they were threatening the 80%ers, I bought 2 of the 7.62 and the 5.45 80% Polish receivers, just in case. Just for future things. And then I was playing with another one I've had for years. This one here has been laying around for years.
I've had mine since I was born. I play with that all the
time. Yeah. We had that discussion already. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Running a batch whenever something important is going on.
Yeah. Rubbing one out. Well, I don't know what all the different terminologies are. Handling one's own business.
Yeah. Is there any? I'm trying to think of any good, clever euphemisms.
Yeah. What's the euphemisms for?
I'm gonna look it up.
Basically,
running a batch, man.
Running a batch. That's what you.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everyone right now, post all your euphemisms for that. Let me see. Do it in the Discord if you can, and we'll put it up there.
Well, I equate the Canadians just same condition as the Russians. No.
Euphemism. Nothing.
No.
Oh, hey, what are you doing in there? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, what are you doing?
Making a deposit to the old sock bank.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Anyways, Russians and French or something.
Chill. 22 chill. Packing the pork. I don't know what.
I don't know about that.
What does that mean?
Walter, Russians and French.
Yeah.
Russians and French the Russians have to fix their own problem. Until they rise up, the Ukrainians are just going to kill their people by the thousands. So, and they're doing it right now. So,
yeah.
The conscripts go into the front. There have already been
lots of them fucking mowed down. Did you see? I should share this on the Discord if I can find it again. There was a video out on Saturday. It hit the news, hit the interwebs, of a Russian convoy. Trucks pulling artillery, like howitzer type artillery guns.
Yeah. And
they run headlong into a Ukrainian tank convoy. And they decide that their best decision to get out of this is just hit the fucking gas pedal and go.
Wait.
So the video
go forward or go backwards? Just back
forward.
Oh, okay.
So it's helmet cam video of a guy on a 50 cal. It's a TUSC, but it's a 50 cal on top of a Russian or a Ukrainian tank, and the trucks are just trying to haul ass past him, and of course it's some pucker factor in there because he has a cook-off on his 50 cal. If TUSC is feeding rounds, and I don't know what happens, but one of his rounds outside of the gun cooks off, and it and he freaks out about that, and I guess tries to pull it out of the sleeve, out of the metal container or metal hook. And then there's another part of the video where he's got the flap open, where the feed mechanism is, like the feed flap, and his head is behind it, and he's looking past, and a bullet hits the feed flap and ricochets somewhere past him. But that man has gone through 3 of his lives. It was crazy.
Did the main gun fire on the tank on the tanks?
Yeah, main gun tank fired once or twice, but the truck, I guess it was clever. Trucks are moving so fast him that the barrel can't.
So the Russians got through then.
So, well, a bunch of infantry jumped off. I guess they were riding on the tanks, jumped off and just lit up whoever was driving, and yeah, that didn't well for them.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can find it. It was very interesting.
Pulling the pud.
I've never heard that one.
Pile up.
Yanking the crank.
Yanking the crank. Pile up. Relieving tension.
Relieving tension.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. All of these things, I think that, there's folks out there who think the world's coming to an end. I don't think the world's coming to an end.
No, it's not coming to an end.
But there are places that are going to get a little crazy.
Places that are a little crazy right now. What do you mean getting?
That's what I'm going to say. It's
What do you mean getting? There's places in Africa that have been getting it for years.
Yes. Like Haiti just went back into some crazy chaos, but
Haiti's a fucking
yeah.
That's a clusterfuck. Yeah, you just gotta let. You know, I hate to say, I've just got to back out of Haiti and let them kill each other. So
yes, I just what exactly is going on now?
Some places. You know, America had to go through this. The Civil War in America was not a joke. The War for Independence in America was not a joke. Other people have to go through that, man, to settle their shit. You ultimately can't, you can't get other people to solve your problems for you, and I think that's the thing with Haiti.
Well, that's part of the problem with the world in general, I think, is... Or maybe it's the American idea of we need to solve the problems for them, and it's like, no, just let them kill each other for a while. It's been going on for a long time. Just let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, people would say that about Ukraine. Why you giving them stuff? But you can't let the look. This is almost like what Reagan did to the Russians, Soviet Union, when he gave the Afghanis the missiles to shoot down.
We loved the Mujis back in the 80s or 70s.
Right.
And we started a military buildup, and that bankrupted the Russians.
Yes,
I mean,
but then the Mujis used it against us.
Yeah, always. A sword cuts both ways.
Those rockets, the batteries only last so long, so that wasn't. Right. You wouldn't have to worry. They only last what's the name of that rocket?
Well, I think that a lot
Stinger.
Of
which one?
Manpack missile. Yeah, the batteries go bad, and it's not 9-volt batteries in it.
Well, very interesting about Stingers. I watched a video on Stingers, Walter. They're super cooled before they take off. So the battery thing that you put in also has a argon chiller. Super cooled argon chiller built into it, and you have 45 seconds from the time you drop that argon canister in. It's super cooling the infrared sensor. Yeah, 45 seconds to lock on and fire. Really, really cool design. You have to have this like argon. So yeah, they don't last forever. If you don't got argon, you're fucked. It doesn't do anything.
But the problem I think happened there is that first America backed them against Russia, then America stopped. And then Russia came in there and fucked them up again. The
Mujis? No, the Mujis kicked the shit out of the Russians.
Go ahead, Walt.
What happened was, got pissed off. Whatever his name is, the guy's dead now.
Bin Laden.
Was Saudi Arabia, and us parking our ass in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
that's what pissed him off, because we parked our ass in the the sacred lands, and that's what. I mean, we had a good relationship with them, Mujahideen and all that stuff during the 80s when we were kicking the Russians' butt.
Because the CIA was paying for everything.
Yeah, they even had to import the Mujahideen had there was a plague or a virus that went through the donkeys and the wild horses and killed them. We imported from the U.S. donkeys and wild horses.
Interesting. Never knew that one.
Yeah, because that's the way they get around.
Yeah, it's one thing when we gotta send hookers, but when we gotta send freaking donkeys in,
Yeah,
well, you're talking about the Mujis? Hookers and donkeys might be one and the same. Don't forget.
No, that's goats and little boys.
Excuse me. It's goats and little boys. Oh God.
Okay.
I just put that video in chat, by the way.
I mean,
if you get one to
that's
check
a fact.
Chat Discord.
That's not nothing. That's not, especially the little boy part. It's not.
It's not everybody. Yes, it's well documented and well known. This is not.
Our guys had lots of problems with that because they see this stuff going on. And it's like, you can't do that.
Yeah, no one.
There are some people that I've heard wanted to kill Afghan National Army leaders because of what they were doing, and the Americans, the leaders, were like, "No, you can't do that. You can't kill them." It's like. Yeah, you don't know what these guys are doing. They're like, yes, we do. And they just let it happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
videos in the chat if you guys want to see that crazy. So anybody watching, it's in the main chat in Discord. If you want to see the crazy column try to rush the Ukrainian tanks, absolutely.
I'm surprised.
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I don't know the answer to this other than jump out of the truck and try to fucking run. Like, what do you do in this situation? You're outnumbered. You're outclassed.
You can always
surrender.
Or back up real fast.
Interestingly enough, but think about this. You're hauling a howitzer behind you. You can't just back that shit up.
You're not in a Toyota.
Really yeah.
Throw it in reverse. It's like.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And
that's when you need like a quick disconnect, like drop it and run.
Yeah, just hit the button and I'm fucking out of here.
I mean, those tanks, I don't know if they can fire on the move, but if that was an Abrams, man, you can put the finger on it and boom.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
The most frustrating thing to watch, just because, you're watching people die, whatever. But the TUSC, after it takes that after he hits the after one of the rounds cooks off, he loses control. It is out of action. So you're sitting there basically with a 50 cal that doesn't work, and he can't get it back up and running as trucks are driving past you. Like, how much more, like, I want to fucking shoot somebody and my 50 cal doesn't work, and the trucks are just like, whoop, whoop. Oh my god. That's what I'd be like, hand me something. They have to have an AK down there somewhere. Hand me something up.
Well, you should. Yeah, you should have it on your back.
War is hell, man.
Yeah.
War is hell. Like, in real life, shit goes wrong. That's for real.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
I don't know what sort of 50s we gave them. Somebody sent the Ukrainians a bunch of M250s, and those things, I have never seen a video where an M2 works flawlessly. There's always something wrong, and they always are constantly like racking it. The ones we sent to Ukraine are amazing. They work like magic, like butter. I don't understand what happened. I don't know what we did to them.
Yeah, Walter is looking at this footage right now.
Dan
Hates You says we're guarding the opium in that country.
That's exactly what the
That's
CIA needs it.
Yeah, Afghanistan. Yeah.
See, that main gun should have swung around and let him have it direct. Right, Bertie? Come on, Ivan, get it, bitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's not even a Dishko in the top. That's the other one, but that's a 14.5, I think.
Oh, that's the 14, not the 12.
Yeah, I don't. That's not
the TUSC
that's
is
not
the 12.8 or whatever it is.
Because it has a different. Unless they change the muzzle brake on it, that has a different brake on it. That guy's lucky he didn't get shot on top of the tank.
Right? So. God, geez, did you see the ricochet yet? Wait for that. Oh my god.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it hit it.
Yeah, boom, right off the feed tray. He lost Hank for. Oh no, he's back.
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm here. Yeah, we got a minute here. Yeah, so things are crazy all over the world, man. And we didn't even get into how everyone's weekend went, which we are going to get into that.
We can do it next section, but we're never going to stop killing each other. We are good at it, and we've been doing it for how many millions of years? It's never. We're not stopping anytime soon.
We're doing it. The sperms are competing against each other.
Yeah. If they could shank each other on the way up, they would do it.
Everybody's trying to get up into that egg.
Yeah.
You know, this is life. It's the circle of life, unfortunately. It's how it is. That's how it is. You know, we got to roll with it. Walt, you got 9 seconds.
8.
What are you going to say?
7, 6, 5, 4.
Just count it down.
2, 1.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. So we're going to talk about the weekend. Here, I'm going to share a quick picture with you guys. Check this out. Walter was talking about Oktoberfest. Lola and I actually went to Oktoberfest at our Audi dealership. A local Audi dealership had Oktoberfest going on. You know, they had what did they have? They had pretzels, and they had the, what is it, Wiener Schnitzels, or the
hot pretzels?
Yeah. And then what's the thing that the Germans, the German sausage?
German sausage?
No, what Lola knows what it is, because I was complaining because it was all pork. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this thing pork?
The rest of the world loves their pork.
Yeah. I want to say Wiener Schnitzel, but it's not.
Yeah.
Wiener Schnitzel's a fried thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like a patty, but that could be pork too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someone will tell us what they always have at Oktoberfest. We got these big
like bratwurst.
Brats, yeah, brats.
I love a good bratwurst.
Yeah, and we got the big Stein, whatever those big glasses are.
Beer steins.
Beer steins, yeah. We got some big beer steins. We went over there. We were hanging out. So that was the precursor to going to Patrick's baby shower. I was trying to see. I was showing off this car to Lola right here. She liked it. It's an Audi e-tron GT. She liked it, but she's not trying to give up or even pay any more money for cars right now.
Exactly. You're not getting her a new car anytime soon.
Yeah.
It won't be able to find its way home.
No. Yeah, it's not happening. I want to show you this though. Here, this is cool. I want to show you guys. There was like a little bit of a car show going on there, including my car. Boom! Look at the go-karts in the background.
Oh, that's
so weird. Golf carts.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So we did.
And you said they were cheap car priced, right? Like they were the same price as
those go-karts are 10 grand.
Kia. Yeah, that's like a Kia price. You can get a piece of shit Kia for that.
Yeah. So those are 10 grand. But then we did go to this event right here. So that's what we're gonna. Patrick's gonna talk about this. But check that out. Look. Do you know what that is, Patrick? That looks familiar to you? Do you remember this even?
What does what look familiar to me?
Look, are you seeing this picture?
Yeah, that's from the baby shower.
There you go, baby shower happening. So
yeah, yes.
So the baby shower for little Chrome Van Diem happened over the weekend.
Yes, yeah, no, we had a good time. Had a really good time. Friends and family showed up and drank and ate and drank. And
Spank the
had
monkey.
a really good
Walter
time.
put Spank the Monkey in there. Sorry, I'm just gonna randomly throw these in.
No, we had a good time. Hank got to finally meet pretty much all the friends and family.
Whole family, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom. If people don't know, his mom.
They talked. A friend of mine named Robert, Mom, and Hank talked politics for what, an hour?
Yeah.
You stood there and chatted.
Yeah, his mom, man. She is MAGA. She's mega MAGA.
Yes, she is. Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Mega MAGA.
The other thing is she likes talking politics.
Right.
She's not one of those that's like, oh, I don't like talking politics. No, she
your
enjoys.
dad couldn't be bothered. Really, he wasn't.
Dad won't talk politics with people he doesn't know or know their political views. He doesn't like getting in disagreements about politics. But if him and I sit down to talk about it, he has no problem. Mm-hmm. But he's not one. Mom, on the other hand, will talk to anybody about politics and doesn't care who's around, doesn't care what's going on. Mm-hmm. This is some dumb shit, and I hate what the president's doing, and I don't like this, and this is weird. Yeah, all that. So,
yeah.
My mother-in-law immediately shuts down.
Really?
When you talk politics,
you start talking about the local stuff in New Orleans, she's a devout Catholic.
New Orleans is a disaster right now.
Hated the Bushes and stuff. So you're a Catholic, yet you vote for the Democrats who are aborting kids. Come on, a little bit of.
It's I
don't know what to tell you.
It's a lie, is what it is. It's a lie.
Hypocritical. I was going to say hypocritical. Can I show the picture of Prager's Marley?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, check this out.
You're covering her belly, so you can't see anything.
Yeah, that was my air rub. I didn't,
Oh, okay.
Don't be touching on the belly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know what the what the guidelines are for that.
Don't be touching on the woman's belly.
No,
not unless you're invited to touch that belly. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Walter. I thought New Orleans was recently ranked as one of the highest crime cities in the country.
It always
is.
Yeah.
Well, okay, back up. After Katrina, it wasn't because all those folks left the town.
Yeah.
And then Ray Nagin said, "Oh, come back to the Chocolate City." And sure enough, well, guess what?
It's a shame because it seems like it has such cool history, and I personally want to go do the ghost tour and do like the voodoo tour, all sorts of stuff. But
you got to go
drink
to
on Bourbon Street.
You got to go to the Cabildo, which is like a museum, and you'll see stuff in the history, and they go, like all the diseases and the plagues that came through and all the, and all that stuff, and you go, oh my God, and the political discord, as we call it nowadays.
But it's like, the city is. I almost called it a shitty. The city has turned to shit from crime. And from what I understand, the politics, it's always been Democratic run.
Yeah, places like New Orleans are always going to be that.
Why?
It's been a long time, and it's been a long time in New Orleans. What
There's
happens
a lot
in
of
New
reasons
Orleans
to
is
be corrupt. I don't think it's just the black folks, like what Walter's saying. Although I get it, there is a lot of drugs and stuff like that there. But it's always going to be corrupt because of everything going through there. It's lots of opportunity for crime. And
that's the mouth of that's the mouth of the Mississippi River, isn't it? Is that where Mississippi comes out?
Yes, it is. Well, it's the last port, the big port on the in the summertime when it gets hot, so does their murder rate. So
I don't understand that, but that seems to be the case.
I mean, all the politicians are not black, right? I mean, there's a lot of white folks there.
No, I believe that.
I don't know. Seriously, what's the percentage? Just a bunch of.
Well, no, they've had white mayors and stuff too, but they're still Democrats, and they still cater to that really.
Who's the governor? Who's the governor of Louisiana? Let's look this up.
That style. Well, forget about the governor. That let's go right to the
governor.
Source.
Probably doesn't do shit. I imagine.
In New Orleans, you got this in and out the door legal system.
So Democratic
are they
Party,
doing that there?
Democratic Party, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that is a white dude.
Louisiana. That's the governor of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Right, he ain't running New Orleans.
He's not running NOLA, no, for sure.
No, sure. And that's a black woman that's a mayor in New Orleans.
Louisiana. I always thought
that's that chick that's always like taking crazy flights and stuff, right?
I was just gonna say, other than New Orleans, I always thought Louisiana was fairly conservative. Do they just they vote in Democrats no matter what?
So here's New Orleans, and that's the mayor right there.
Yeah, and she's not even a native of the city either, by the way.
Yeah, she's from L.A. or something, I think.
Oh God!
Yeah, so that gives you a little bit
even
of it.
worse.
Yeah. She's always
and they're always
like first class flights and all that kind of stuff.
They're always the city's always trying to fuck the firemen of their retirements and their wages and stuff.
Were they trying to steal it and use it in social programs or something?
Well, they just don't want to pay them anything.
Of course,
they don't want to pay them anything. So, New Orleans is, and once again, the people have to eventually stand up and enough of this and speak the truth. By the way, speak the truth. It's a hard thing to do in some instances. You have to speak the truth.
Yeah, if people want to do it, or they can
pension. They want pension fund reform.
Yeah. Shout out to Skivvy Waiver. I see Skivvy Waiver out there.
I mean, look, firemen, they have to do a lot of shit, I mean, aside from fighting fires, they gotta go to all these people's places that want the free rides to the hospital and everything else.
Yes.
And,
Dad was a firefighter. It's not a fun gig. Mm-hmm. Those wings look good, by the way. Oh, I wonder if he made them.
What's that?
Expo Warrior posted in the main chat. His dinner was wings tonight, and they look pretty damn good. I love me. I don't know about you guys. I love wings. I'm a wing fan.
Let me. Hold on. I gotta go back and find the Discord so I can show that off. Yeah.
So can we talk about the weekend some more? Let's forget about New Orleans.
Yeah. So what else did you do?
No, Patrick was talking about the weekend. Hold on, we haven't gotten the whole.
I didn't do fuck. I did nothing yesterday because I had a massive hangover. Well, it wasn't massive. It was just uncomfortable. I had an uncomfortable hangover.
Patrick was getting trying to get everyone. He tried to get me drunk. But
you don't drink, I don't think. I got Lola. I need to get her liquored up, but I got her.
Lola is very seldom going to say no to some liquor.
If you come over to my house for a party, you should expect me to cater to your needs. Let's say that.
Okay.
I'm not.
That could go many ways. That could go many ways, Walter.
I'm not walking around like college trying to tell everybody they have to drink. But like, if somebody wants me to make them a drink, or if somebody wants me to get, I'll absolutely. I'll go to the beer cooler. I'll get you whatever you want. We try to be good hosts. Whatever we can do to cater to folks.
Yeah. Patrick was it was fun though. I had fun at the party.
Yeah, it seemed. I mean, seriously, Hank, Mom, and our friend Robert seriously talked politics for at least an hour.
Oh, we
just
were
standing.
having a good time. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. So you guys, it seemed like you guys had fun.
Your dad was like mostly just I think he was tired.
He had done the barbecue the night before.
Right.
And had done all the driving that day. So
yeah. Can I show your dad's car?
Yeah. Oh, the ghetto.
Yeah, Walter. This is.
As long as there's no license plate.
This is what happens in Tampa. Check this out. This is his dad's car right here. Do you notice the
truck?
numbers?
That's not a car.
Truck, pickup truck. Yeah,
got some dents.
Yeah. Do you notice that there? Somebody was shooting this thing up.
I don't see no holes. It's not shooting.
They were.
It's
somebody shot the truck up with a pellet gun.
Yeah, several times.
Who'd he piss off?
He thinks he knows because he's got footage from around the shop because it happened at his place of business.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's got security cameras, so he thinks he knows who it is, but the local PD said that they can't see the same thing. He says he sees somebody. I mean, in the video, a van that he knows and recognizes slows down. You kind of see a little puff, a little whiff come out a window. The window's down.
Oh, rolls down the window.
And then off he goes. And that was probably about the time it happened. So he thinks he knows who it was, but PD was like, nah, we don't see it. We don't know.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah. I guess it's, he was explaining to me a little bit of the whole situation where he's at. Like, people are kind of jealous of his setup that he has out there.
His place of business is in the middle of the city. In the shop itself, the business has been a car repair business. Like the shop has been a licensed car repair business since like 1947. So it's grandfathered in as land use for commercial use. It's not residential, but it's in the middle of a cheaper end residential area. So the people in the area are pissed off because they move into this neighborhood thinking that, oh, I bought a cheap house in this neighborhood, and then, oh my God, there's a man doing car work down the street. It's like, yeah, it's been there since 1947, and it's not going anywhere.
Back in the old days, there was no zoning. So
in the location that he's at, there wasn't much there anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The city expanded around the shop in the 50s and 60s and past.
Yeah, he's grandfathered in. They can't do anything about it.
No, he's grandfathered in. They can't get rid of it.
Yeah. By the way,
people are mad about that.
Yeah, I did run my Tampa, tattoo joke on his people. They weren't amused.
Nobody laughed because it's not funny.
Because it's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. Yeah.
They were not amused.
You and the Dolphins, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Nobody was
by
that.
Why don't you go down to Miami and play that game? See what they do down in Miami.
Yeah, maybe. That would make more sense. They had a team named after them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was cool. Yeah, everyone in your family's cool. And Marley's family was there too. All cool folks.
Yeah. We have I always tell friends or my family, we don't keep rotten people around us. They don't stick around very long. If I find somebody who's not up to my standards, they don't stick around very long. It just doesn't happen.
And then obviously some of your boys from back in the days that he's known since he was in nursery school or whatever, since the 3rd grade I think that's where you got like your little clique, right? Those dudes that you've known forever.
No. My main friend group, I've been friends with since 6th grade. I've known them since middle school.
Yeah.
And it's the same group of guys I've known since then. So.
Yeah, I think all those guys have been out here shooting. The ones that could come, I know.
Yeah.
Like you said, some could come out. Yeah. So.
Marley, and the funny thing is, I married somebody who has no like deep personal friends. So she just joined my friend group. Like since we've been dating, she's just taken my friends as her friends, and now we're all friends.
What is happening?
That is not my friend. That is absolutely not my friend.
Ukrainian oil and gas company.
Oil and gas board member.
It's a Halloween costume.
Hunter.
Pretty funny, actually.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, so it was cool. It was cool hanging out with all those folks.
No,
And,
we keep good people around us.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to see. Oh, Skivvy is it Skivvy Waver or Boss Hog? Boss Hog, I think, wants the Discord link. So,
I'll have to put it. Let me go
and
put it in the chat.
Yeah.
You have access to it. Why don't you do it?
Gen Champ Jr. says I can't do it while I'm doing all this. Gen Champ Jr. says 6th grade, so like last year BFP. No, he old BFP now. Yeah.
No, I'm old.
Yeah.
No,
I got to find
I'm
out some of
old.
the family secrets. I just can't freaking remember them right now. There was some family.
I don't.
You know.
I doubt you found out anything too good.
Yeah, remember everyone played the game of like what you did when you were
little kids? Yeah.
Here, let me just say this. So they were playing this game, I guess that you do. First of all, I didn't even know dudes went to like baby showers.
It's not a baby shower, it's a party now.
Oh, okay. I was asking
It wasn't
Lola
like a woman baby shower.
Yeah, I was like, Lola, this is a baby shower. I'm not supposed to go to this. You know. But anyway, it was fun. So they played this game where everyone had to write down things that happened when they were little kids, and then Marley and Patrick had to figure out who it was. So
I thought Hank got threw in jail.
Yeah, the very first thing that comes up is, oh, when I was 5 years old, I was put in a jail cell. You know who he says that was?
Straight away, Hank Strange. I was like, you lived in a third world country? I bet you they did something to put you in a jail cell. I don't know why, but I figured a third world country would have done something like that.
Then something else comes up that's criminal. He's like, is that Hank?
Well, no, what was the other one? I don't remember.
There was a couple of them that came up, and I was like, you better stop saying me. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I had fun there.
No, I think everybody had a good time. I had the Sunday and today I kind of had the post-party blues because it's really, I don't know, I really enjoy having people around. And it's kind of sad. You know, you anticipate this event for 2-3 weeks, prepping up for it, and then it's over. And you're like, well, everything's back to normal life again. So. Yeah.
By the way, Peggy's Crackers made an appearance there.
They got devoured, by the way.
Yeah.
I had multiple people ask for the recipe, and I sent them the recipe, and they got eaten. By the end of the day, they were completely gone.
Yeah. You need to send that to me and Lola, because, yeah, that was pretty good. That's pretty good.
You guys liked them, too?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Yeah. So, I see this, I'm not sure what's going on here in the chat. Someone needs prayers, so...
asking about favorite drinks, too.
Okay, shout out to...
favorite drinks, if I get to choose... I do like a good beer, but if I get to sit down and drink something, it's a whiskey sour, and I prefer my whiskey on the sweeter side. I like there's Horkstadter's Rockin' Rye is the whiskey that I really like because you can just sit. It's an old fashioned, already made in the bottle, and it doesn't taste like fake stuff. It's just whiskey, rock candy, so sugar, bitters, and orange peel. It's got the flavor. It's really, really good stuff.
Okay, Patrick had that on deck. I don't even know. I'm thinking.
I picked up 2 bottles and we went through 1.5, I think. So.
What's Walter? What's yours?
What? Oh, drinks?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, those whiskeys like you're talking about, like the flavored whiskeys, like chocolate flavored and all these different things. Those are kind of cool. Jack Daniels and vodka and. You know, stuff like that. Good margarita is nice to have every once in a while. A nice strong margarita.
I like a margarita. Yeah. I like tequila. I like the taste of it.
Does anyone like Moscato? Moscato.
What the heck?
That's a wine, isn't it?
It's a wine. I don't know.
No. I don't do wine too much.
I'm not heavy on drinking, so I don't. I can't say like rum and coke or anything. I mean, my favorite drink, lemonade.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Yeah, whenever Lola is ready to make drinks, whatever Lola puts together, that's what I don't even know about how to do drinks.
I don't want to say I'm a drinker because that sounds alcoholic-ness, but I like sitting down with a nice cocktail for dinner.
Cool.
I enjoy that.
Like what? What is a cocktail? Like what do you?
Whiskey. I like my whiskey cocktails an old fashioned, whiskey sour, a tequila sunrise. I really like me a tequila sunrise with a good tequila.
Oh, I like a Moscow Mule. That's cool. Like if I go to a restaurant,
you know, I don't know that I've ever had one. I've heard they're good though.
Yeah, I like that. I'm guessing that's like vodka and lemonade or something like that, maybe.
I think so.
Yeah, and like ginger. Something in it,
and I think it's got like something like that in it.
Yeah, 42 chills.
Vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice.
Oh, ginger beer.
Yeah,
that's
it's probably
why I
pretty
like
good.
it. Yeah, that's why I like it. Ginger beer. Yeah.
I like sometimes like a really strong Mai Tai and all those kind of like jungle juice and a hurricane. That stuff rots. That stuff. You drink too much of that and it rots your gut, man. You wake up with all sour and blah.
What the hell? Because 42 chill put jungle juice. What the hell is jungle juice?
Jungle juice, hunch punch. It's all the same shit.
What is it?
Like you could put a lot of times they make it with like grain alcohol and whatever you can put in there. Yeah, it's just
like it's a mix kind of thing. Whatever you have.
It's poison.
Jungle juice. Yeah, jungle juice and hunch punch. You don't mix in a glass. You normally take one of those big like Igloo 5-gallon coolers. You pour a bunch of different liquors in. You pour like soda. You'll put some Sprite in there. You'll put some.
Okay, so this is like the punch at the punch at a prom or something.
Yes, it's called hunch punch, and it's jungle juice. It's good stuff, but it will knock you 2 or 3 of those, and you're on your ass.
Not like the good old days.
Yeah, what is that thing? Something ball, Thunderball.
Thunderball?
Thunderbird?
Yeah, is
Don't
it
call me that.
No. Is it? There's some kind of like Thunderball or
Thunderbird.
It tastes like
Is this a drink, a mixed drink, or something you buy?
It's a drink, but you know it has kind of like that taste. You know, there was those atomic. Remember, there was that rock hard candy that was like red. It was really big, but it was real hot.
Oh, like Fireballs?
Fireball, that's what it is. Fireball.
Oh, Fireball. It's a whiskey. It's a type of whiskey.
Yeah, that thing is too much.
It's a whiskey with flavoring, with a bunch of flavors added to it.
Cinnamon flavor.
Yeah,
Fireball.
Yeah. That's just too freaking much, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That like gives you the headaches. You know.
It's because it's poison in there.
You know what I like? I like a nice plum wine. You guys ever have?
I never had that. Never had plum wine.
Yeah, there's some nice.
I have had sake. A good sake is good.
Yeah, nice warm sake. Yeah, there you go.
Lola says
at first it kind of
that.
offends a little bit, and then you have another one, another one, another one, and then you're like,
roll, baby. Yeah. You're like, wow, that's pretty good.
42 Chill said Jello Pops, which I've only done that with Walter. Walter does that.
You can soak gummy bears in vodka.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, that's good too, man.
Those are dangerous too. Yeah, that's very dangerous.
Lola says, "Poor thing, Hank has no clue about drinking." There you go.
I know. Did you not come from a family of drinkers? Did anybody drink in your family?
I am from the Caribbean, sir. These people drink.
But you don't drink anything.
They come. Well, this is why. Like I was from the time I was born. The people in my family, like my dad, drank, smoked weed. He did everything. So I did none of that. You know, I'm like the rebel. I'm the black sheep of the family, but it's like a reverse kind of. It's like a reverse kind of thing. So no, I'm never was ever a big drinker. Like if alcohol puts me to sleep.
Chica, is that the one? You ever had Chica?
What the hell?
It's like they make it in Africa. It's where they chew up like roots or something and then spit it into a thing and then let it ferment.
This is me you're talking about. I don't drink after other people. Remember that?
He won't even wear in a hat another person's put on. So he's like,
I won't drink. If I'm drinking something and Lola comes and drinks it, that's her drink.
Oh no, I'll share with my.
Yeah, no. This is me we're talking about. So no, I'm not doing the let's all spit in the bottle and then drink it.
Have you seen that before? It's called like Chica or something?
No. But
that's nasty.
So in Africa, they chew up like yucca root or something like that, and then a bunch of people chew on these roots and then spit it into a pot, and then leave the pot for months to ferment, and then you drink it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Disgusting.
No,
That's
my
nasty,
mom.
baby.
My mom
That's
could
nasty.
make wine out of anything. My mom can make wine out of
Yeah.
mangoes, out of anything.
You just all
can
you
make
need is
wine out of
that
it.
you just need the sugars.
Yeah.
And a little bit of yeast.
Yeah, my mom would make wine all the time, and just like she would make mango wine and stuff. And my dad.
Did you guys know that quote unquote high proof liquors, anything over say 3 to 5%, is a new creation in the history of humanity. We've only had quote high proof liquor for 500 to 1,000 years.
Okay.
Before that, everything was your low proof beer, where you just had like a slight natural fermentation. Because what happens is, as liquor ferments, it creates ethanol and methanol with an M. And after a certain point, about 3.5% to 5%, the methanol will kill off the yeast bacteria and it stops fermenting. And so we've only learned how to really go at that and make really high proof alcohol in the last like 500 to 1,000 years.
Lola, so Patrick is really studying this, by the way.
I watched a video on. What was I watching?
He's getting ready
Something.
for the apocalypse.
Also,
He's like, in the apocalypse, I'm gonna get torn up.
Gonna distill some whatever liquor I can make. Orange liquor.
Yeah, we're in Florida. That's not gonna be an issue. So Lola says, I like Guinness, which is true. I like a Guinness every now and then. Heineken.
Yeah, Guinness is good.
She says I like
Guinness
Coke
is
with
good.
rum, so I guess sometimes she gives me that. Coke with rum, whiskey, peach Crown
know,
Royale, and watermelon
This is gonna
vodka.
sound crazy, maybe, but I don't like rum and Coke because I like Coca-Cola for that real heavy fizz it has. When you add rum to it, it like gets rid of all the fizz, and I just it doesn't do it for me. I like having that fizzy Coke.
Wow. DCG44 says, I try all kinds of stuff, but whiskey's at the top. Bourbon mostly.
Whiskey, bourbon, yeah.
Yeah. Night Train says the main reason I don't consume alcohol is because it costs money.
Exactly.
Dan
oh my
hates
god,
you.
you should have seen what I spent.
Dan hates you says we just now got a microwave. I don't know. Okay. And 42 Chill says grain alcohol is a purified form of ethanol with an ABV of 75.5 to 95%, which equals 190 proof.
And you can whatever grain you want, you can turn into liquor.
When you go to the Jack Daniel's distillery, they show the stuff coming off the fats coming down this tube, which is the pure alcohol, and that's what it's running like that 190 or something like that. You know, it's just it's like rocket fuel, and then
pure ethanol.
They age it and charcoal filter it and and then break it down. They cut it with water. It gets cut with water too. So, because Florida, you can't sell 190 proof. I think as high as they sell is like 150 or 140 something proof.
Yeah, Everclear or one of those really really high ones we can't buy in Florida.
Yeah, the highest one you can. I have a bottle of I think 150, 145. It hadn't been opened. It's sitting. I just bought it one time.
Is Florida a place you can't mail wine into and stuff like that, or alcohol can't get mailed?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't
know.
I know there's some states.
But yeah, we've talked about this before. We don't have 40s here. We have 32s.
Yeah, all these.
I'm serious. We don't have 40s.
We don't need 40s. Okay.
Yeah.
All these archaic alcohol laws.
Yeah.
So
can't buy liquor on a Sunday, and
but we need weed though. We need weed real bad. We need the weed. Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, you know why you need the weed? Because the guy is pushing it. That legislator's on the take on the other end of it. So
they all are. The ones that are pushing it
are
on the take. They have dispensaries or they're growing it. All of them. Yeah. Every single one of them.
Dan Hates You says it's just one of those Mondays you guys can only talk about booze.
All right, so you know what?
Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
I didn't have a baby shower this weekend, but I did work on the van a little bit on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
And then
we got pictures of it.
Yeah, I think there's pictures somewhere. Let me see it.
Yeah, I put a couple out. And I went to Hooters, and then when we came back, we did some rearranging at the shop. My one forklift is leaking oil in every cylinder it's got, so I set that someplace where it was out of the way so I could work on it, and then did some rearranging. Then we went to Oktoberfest Saturday night. So we go to this event, and it's at the Tampa Bay Downs, which is the horse track. And there's some of the welding stuff. So
Wait, what happened to
a vendor pieces of paper that list all the people that Democrats should vote for?
We're back.
And I was like, wow. I mean, I'm not going to. He was talking to Spencer a little bit. He's a nice guy, you know. I'm not going to get into it. I just know he's a Democrat, so he's not for what I think about, or my business. So I'm not going to get into a pissing match with that kind of stuff. So, but the paper tells me everything I shouldn't vote for. all the Democrats that no one should vote for.
Yeah.
And let me guess, they're all things that you would love to vote for.
Well, I mean, they just list the offices and the different positions that people are Democrats and it says vote for, and then it goes to the Supreme Court and says yes, no, yes, no. Well, those people are for no. I'm voting for because that's the ones that are against.
You use Ballotopia and a bunch of different places to look up the ballot if you want to.
I'll always look it up, but I have known some mostly older folks, but I think it's coming around again, who vote party line. I've known a couple people who. Mostly Democrats, very few Republicans. Most people I talk to who are Republicans are willing to at least listen to the other person. I've known quite a few Democrats who are party line D. If it says D, they vote D. Yeah. Doesn't matter who or what.
No, I look at that thing. So like how we were voting.
Oh yeah, we do too.
I voted mostly Republican. Then there's some Republicans running that are very anti-gun and put stuff in like Wilton Simpson and those other idiots here in Florida. I refuse to vote for them. I just voted for independents in that case. And then there's some judge stuff that actually, like, there was some judges. Like
they matter.
Yeah, that matters, and you can look it up. But there's actually some judges around here, Patrick. We're kind of in the same area for this, where both of the judges running are freaking Democrats. They're both Democrats that are.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do.
Yeah. So you know what I did? I voted for the black guy.
Didn't vote it?
No, I just voted for the black guy.
You wrote Hank Strange in?
No.
Yeah, you should have.
I didn't have that option there, but I was like, you know what? Okay, if I'm choosing out of two, I'll just vote for the black guy. That's it. Whatever.
Sounds pretty racist.
Yeah, but I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding. Like, I'm not pretending to not be racist. You know, everybody racist. I don't care. You can pretend whatever you want. But if I got to choose between two Democrats, what am I going to do?
I don't know.
If I don't know who I'm voting for in the ballot, I just don't vote for any of them.
Yeah, you could always do that.
I'm in the same boat.
I mean, it's like these judges. Half the time, I don't know who the hell these judges are.
Yeah.
Marley and I normally during voting season will take, because they always send, or at least here in Alachua County, they send you the ballot,
you get the whole ballot.
example ballot.
Yeah,
you get an example ballot. Marley and I normally will sit down one evening
and go through
for a couple hours, go through it, read all the people, and we will check off who we're voting for.
Yeah.
And then when we go and vote, we'll pass the sample ballot back and forth so we don't have to remember.
When I came to these two guys, I was looking them up. They were both Democrats.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, we're gonna get these guys. So at the end, that's just one of those things. There's not none of the above on the judges things. And then
you just don't vote. Basically,
you just don't vote. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other judges is like, it's like, shall they remain? So I look them up and see if they've done anything egregious or they.
I vote them all out. I say no. Put fresh blood in. Get rid of all of them. Why not?
Out.
But this is the whole fun of it. You should participate. Like, none of us are trying to tell you guys or anyone out there how to vote.
Nah.
Just participate.
No, but participate in it. If there's fun to it's fun going to vote. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's
none of the above. Someone is saying Dan Hates You says none of the above should be an option on the ballot. It's not in Florida.
It should be. No, I agree. I think it should be, because then they can see a statistic of we fucking hate all of them.
You could write that in.
Yeah, you could do write-ins on certain people. Yeah, for sure. You could do write-ins. Yeah.
Well, how it's up when the president runs. For the president, there's the Republican, the Democrat, the Independent, Libertarians, the Green Party, the Dolphin Party, the Den Party. It's like, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Sunday, I changed out a GFI plug on our front deck.
Nice.
Which wasn't that big of a deal. After I watched, that was around noontime. After I watched Terrell, and then I watched another video. I've been watching stuff about you. Hey, come on, come on.
So this is your favorite YouTuber. Have you ever met him?
That's your dinner.
No, I haven't.
I feel like Walter would be excited to meet Terrell.
Oh yeah.
I will eventually.
Yeah.
When I get the van going, I'm going to go to some of those events up north in Indiana.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, well, he's the same vintage as I am too. So,
yes, sure, that's true.
Relatively, yes. And I appreciate his sense of humor. Yeah. So, and then after that, I think I watched some stuff about the Ukraine because I've been watching a couple of people. One of the ones that you suggested, Patrick, a couple of them to watch those poor Russian guys just go get killed. Have you seen how bad? You see that no equipment, no winter clothing, no nothing. It's going to be
nothing.
It's going to be bad.
I don't.
Well, isn't there a lot of like Russians that are running out of they're running the
hundreds of thousands of left
leaving. Yeah.
There was a video today on Reddit, combat footage of 2 Russians giving over a BMP because Ukraine is paying people to desert. Yeah, they're saying if you bring us equipment, we'll pay you whatever, and you get to live here in Ukraine. And there was a video, 2 Russians that were like, "We're done. Take our BMP. We're out of this. We don't want this shit."
They get like $100,000 for a BMP.
Yeah, a huge amount of money.
Wow.
Plus, you get money for surrendering, I think too. So, what would you do? You're gonna get 155 millimeter artillery up your rectal canal, or are you gonna? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because if we had it in the American sense, I don't know that I'd want to turn on America. But I also, in a way, believe that our country is more righteous than Russia. But who knows? Maybe there will be some time where we do the same shit. Well,
that's civil war. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could very well easily happen.
If you're gonna, if you swore it's like these politicians. They swore to uphold the Constitution, yada yada yada. It's all a lie. They lie every time they wave their hand and do that. So, I believe the soldiers have to do the same thing. So, if you do that and you come after me, and you're going to have a really bad day.
Yeah.
We're not talking.
More likely, that's going to start out. You're going to be defending Florida and then going from there.
The American populace has more weapons than the U.S. military does. So, and you can't. There's no bulletproof vest that stops 30-06 or 243 Winchester
or some 50 BMG.
I'm not that, but. Have you seen the examples of the Russian arm helmets and stuff? This guy gets a Russian helmet to show how crappy it is and starts beating on it, and he dents the whole thing. It's just like sheet metal.
With his hands?
Yes. Yeah, he puts he turns it inside out, and the padding comes right out the back.
Then there's a video. There's a video of one of the Wagner guys, which are like the Blackwater guys over there. They have some American body armor, which is basically steel plate with spall stuff on the outside
Anti-spall
of it.
coating, yeah.
And they start shooting it, and it's not even phasing the plate. And the guy goes, "I can't understand this. I can't understand this." My comment on the thing was, "You can't understand it because you're a dumb fuck. That's why you can't understand it." And because they think their stuff is so shitty. Their body armor is nothing. It's just a joke. The Russian stuff.
Their technology is still a good. I mean, they're living in the 80s at best for most of their technology. Their helmets, their body armor.
I remember back when they found Soldier of Fortune magazine had Russian body armor in Afghanistan, and it was like a life vest.
It's like a flak jacket from the 50s or 60s.
You guys are gonna hate me saying this, but this is supposed to be the geniuses that invented the AK-47. I mean,
because I believe the Germans did that. You know me.
Yeah.
No. The Germans. That's too crude for a German.
They simplified it.
That Germans don't know what that word is, Frank.
No, I'm not saying the Germans simplified it.
I think he took designs from the Sturmgewehr and the German designs and then simplified it now.
Yeah.
And I'll have to show you.
And people were the Russians back in the day, people were leaking, selling stuff to them. How did they get nukes?
Spies.
Yeah.
Their Stinger. I watched a video on the Stinger today, and they have a clone of the Stinger that was directly. It was directly knocked off by them.
Yeah.
Russia, in the last 15 seconds, Russia and China, I don't know if they can build anything good on their own. Everything is a clone of something that we've made. Really?
It's easy. Israelis do it too, by the way.
Yeah,
Israelis do do it.
This is true. We'll be right back.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
All right, so Night Train says, here, let me read this, see what you guys think about this. He says, we really don't know if America and the rest of Europe was not supplying Ukraine with weaponry, if they would have held out this long against the Ruskies. I think Putin and his generals underestimated that little detail. Of course, yeah, if America wasn't dumping stuff in there, it would be over already. Go ahead, Walt.
Hands up, hands up. First thing, the Ukrainians have adapted a lot of things like the drones to do what they do. I mean, the Russians did that a little bit in Syria, but now the Ukrainians are the king of adapting drones to drop bombs.
The king of trolling the shit out of their enemy.
And to the battlefield now. You think, well, I'm okay. I'm kind of hidden. Well, that fucking drone is flying right over top you. You stand up to take a leak, and then you're there. It's like, Did you see the video, Patrick, of the drone shooting the drone? Supposedly, maybe, kind of.
Drone shooting a drone? No, I don't think I saw.
Well, there's a Russian drone flying along, and right behind it's the Ukrainian one taking pictures of it.
I did see that. It knocks it out of the sky.
And somehow or another, all of a sudden it goes. The Russian one goes boom.
Yeah.
Now, they don't think it came from the other drone because they don't. That they know of have anything.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like a man pad or something. They were following it, so they knew where it was, and they shot it down.
When you watch that video, there's a streak that goes forward from the Russian drone. That was probably the forward motion of what hit it going forward.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but it just comes down, Hank, in little shards falling through the.
So it's funny. It's funny looking at how they're taking out the different what's the media's calling suicide drones going in there. That's interesting.
Yeah, those are slow flying. Those are propeller driven. So you can hear it coming. So you've seen in Kiev or whatever. All of a sudden, everybody's up in the sky. Civilians,
everybody's shooting with like ARs and AKs.
It's like we're back to World War II, where it's got a propeller and you could hear it coming, and it's just
still
crazy.
scary. It's still scary, but
it's scary as shit because it's about to bomb your ass. Yeah, but it's crazy.
But here's the thing, because people keep asking me, like Y50s. Like there's some dudes here that that are getting 2 of Walt's 50s, and they're like, so what does everyone use the 50s for? And I'm like, drones. Take down helicopters, shut off engines. Robots. If the
I think 50 cal is a good way to stop a vehicle real quick, relatively. 50 cal is good. I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but for a drone, I'd like to have that 545, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think intermediate's better.
Okay, you think so?
Okay. You can aim it easier. You can shoot it easier. Yeah.
Depending on distance, a shotgun would be pretty good too. I bet some bird shot.
Really? Okay.
All you gotta do is take out one of those motors, little DC motors, and it's coming down.
Okay. Yeah. No,
if you watch those videos, Walter can tell you. If you watch those videos, the Ukrainians bring those damn drones. It seems like they're 10 feet up over the person when they drop some of those mortars on them. They've
done some close
right
ones,
there.
Yeah. So you see them. They're rigging up a 40 millimeter grenade that we can fire out of the thing, or a 30 millimeter like they use with a little adapter printed piece and a little like a nail thing on the top, and just
that's it. It's nuts.
Yeah, DCG44 says Russians are getting drones from Iran, so there you go. Which
that's the suicide drones, right?
Yeah. Well, all that's like a cruise missile, so they're all suicide. Nobody's riding in it going, yeehaw! Here we go.
Yes.
It's more like a kamikaze, I guess.
But it's
unmanned kamikaze mission.
With those, you kind of tell it go here and it goes there, right? Like is anybody piloting it from a distance?
No. Those are launched and they go off.
Target launch and you let it go.
Yeah, I think they have a GPS type system in them or something like that. Yeah.
Dan Hates You says turkey hunting shotgun loads for some drones. I would.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
What about slugs?
Well,
I want some spread.
You want some spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
nice turkey
so those
gun,
drones don't have
28-inch
any
barrel.
kind of armor at all. The drones don't have any kind of armor.
No, these are super.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, they are using DJI, I'm not kidding. They're using DJI like $3,000 drones, like the nice ones you use on like movie sets and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because they can carry more. They can carry more payload, and then they're hooking them up with printed things that'll have like a little arm that'll come out. It's basically all it is. You hit a button, a little arm will like pull the thing out, and then just let it go.
So for
when
that,
you're over your target.
All you need is a shotgun with a net. I've seen that. I've shot those before.
Or just some turkey loads.
Yeah, but the thing that sends off the net, it gets caught up in the blades. That's it for that.
Yes, but don't forget, it still has a mortar attached to it that's armed and ready to fucking blow up.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be under or over anywhere near it.
Well, do it from an angle. Don't wait until it's over you.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you want to angle it, but I have.
Well, there you are. Comrade's taking a dump, and it's like, oh fuck. It's like,
yeah, you hear
that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so crazy. Okay,
and
so
have you seen how they're building their foxholes, Walter?
Or the Russians?
The Russians are building their foxholes with no covering on top.
Oh, they don't have any lumber. The people,
no
conscript guys were saying we have no lumber, we have no this, we have no that. So it's like,
yes, they're just basically digging holes in the ground, which is good for if you're getting artillery. You duck down and it goes over you.
Old school.
But when you have somebody driving a one directly over your head, there's nothing to stop it. It just right on top of you.
Yeah, I hate to say, those poor Russian guys. I mean, that's just a shit show.
You can imagine how demoralizing that is.
That's all they are.
Yeah,
it's
so
it's sad.
I just want to switch here because we've got a certain amount of time and there's a whole bunch of things. So last week we had Luis Valdez on from GOA talking. DeSantis was in Gainesville doing that whole thing, and then they wouldn't let folks in there with guns. That whole thing was going on. So there's a couple of things that happened there. By the way, I had a man on the inside. I had someone sending me stuff going on inside. This is the actual flyer of what was going on there. Here's something interesting. I sent this to you guys. We usually don't talk about BDU, but they actually were paying for advertising in the flyer for that, and then they try to pull it. That's what this says. See, this ad space was purchased prior to this infringement on our rights to defend ourselves. And it's a big thing that says Big Daddy Unlimited vehemently opposes gun-free zones and the dismantling of our Second Amendment. So I think they've learned their lessons from some things that happened in the past. Gun buyback.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, they definitely.
Well, they learned a lesson.
Yeah, they definitely.
I think they learned a lesson. I think they learned a lesson about patents.
Right. Well, that too. So I thought
they got stomped on that lately.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. But here's the thing. So my guy on the inside was also sending me. He sent me this picture. So if you look here, this is a guy who was out there peacefully protesting this thing, right? And if you
assume no. Let's just say this: we assume he was peacefully protesting. We don't know a whole lot.
Well, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4 police officers talking to him. Well, Luis Valdez has put out stuff about this because...
Oh, okay, there has been more information.
Yeah, there's been more that came out. So apparently this guy was there. He was peacefully protesting. Luis was there. Luis Valdez was actually there. And he was talking to me about this. So this guy was peacefully protesting. The cops came and talked to him. And he was cooperating, all that kind of stuff. And what happened was that those cops that were there found out that this guy, he was on the sidewalk. So you can't stop someone from protesting on the sidewalk. That's 100% fine for someone to do, right? So they said, okay, it's cool, and they left. Well, then someone inside, someone of the Republican Party people saw this guy still out there peacefully doing his thing. They called the cops again. Different cops came and arrested him.
He was still on the sidewalk?
Yes.
That's bad.
Yeah, they came and arrested him. I spoke with Luis today. He said that they did release him. So right now, GOA is helping out with this whole thing. They're trying to make sure this guy doesn't catch any charges and all that kind of stuff. So that's the craziness going on there. Yeah,
that's when you lawyer up and teach the Gainesville.
What were the charges? Yeah.
I guess they just trespassed him, but they didn't have any right to trespass him. So.
Oh, Republicans, when are they going to learn?
I don't know, man. I think it sucks. It's not a good look for them. It's not.
It's not like there was.
Went down.
It's not like there was 500 people out there.
No.
One lone protester, and you get him arrested. Come on.
That's not doing anything.
Yeah, even if that was some of the anti ones out there,
as
long as they don't violate the law, leave them to be.
Yeah, Republicans going after Republicans, going after gun guys, people who would.
I'm going to say, if they would have been Antifa types or Democrats, they would not have arrested them because those people are better at making a stink than we are.
Oh, they would have started screaming and hollering, and I'm being choked, and I can't breathe, and everything else.
Yeah,
and
I'm
next
pretty
thing you
sure.
know,
When I looked it up, I have to see if I can pull it up, but I'm pretty sure that there were some like Democrats protesting DeSantis being here, but I don't think that that they did anything about it. Right? That's my. So I don't know. I have to read through this article, but I saw this article that that came up talking about that, right?
I have so many chicken wings.
So here, this is the article I was talking about, right? This is from NPR, but it's also in connection with the local station here, and they were showing how there were people, that were doing some, because DeSantis was here, there were some people protesting, but they were on the other side. I don't think any of these guys got arrested. Instead, they go after the pro-gun person, and they're supposed to be Republicans. This doesn't mean I don't like DeSantis. I voted for him for governor.
Well, he's not running that. That's not his job. He's not worried about. He's not telling them to go arrest that guy over there. It's the people in the party that.
I think the party in Gainesville is doing that. I know I've heard that people like Guns and Gadgets did a video and put this out there, and I heard DeSantis's crew were not very happy about that. People in DeSantis.
You don't get we are not gonna just carry water for you no matter what you do. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
We're not the Democratic Party, or I would hope most people are not.
Mm-hmm.
If you do something wrong, I expect somebody to hold you accountable for it, not just carry water for you.
Well, you can't be out there like DeSantis is out there talking about Florida has stand your ground and people have guns or whatever. Yeah. And then on this side, he doesn't want anyone going legally.
I got paper.
Yeah.
I got paper. I got cardboard.
Right. Yeah. So there's some hypocrisy there, and at least from my viewpoint as gun guys, even though overall I support him, I don't like that, and I think it's our right to talk about it, and I think people talking about it is a good thing on our side, right? We got to hold these guys accountable and pay attention to them for what they're doing. If they're just saying these things because they want to get our votes, ultimately we need to be made aware of that, and make sure that we're not getting more Charlie Crists here in Florida, because there's a lot.
Fuck that guy so hard. Yeah. Excuse me, I shouldn't say that because he would probably enjoy that.
Yeah. Be careful, Babyface. Someone might take you up on that. So that's one particular thing that I think that was going on that I want.
I know somebody who was personally hit on by him at a bar in Tallahassee.
Really?
Guess what the gender is of the person?
I'm guessing a dude.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Funny.
Neutral.
Oh, yeah. Center, right down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Non-denominational gender. That's what it is. Yeah.
Non-denominational?
No, yeah. Okay. Non-denominational.
Right.
That's another pet peeve of mine, too, is the judges that run and they don't list what they are. Because everybody is something.
Okay? Something, yeah.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. They don't tell you what they are, but I guess they have a. But they're technically, a judge is supposed to be impartial.
I understand that, but what happens in reality?
Yeah, it's not easy to find out what they are either. You can't. Some cases you can, but most cases not.
On the federal level, look at who nominated the judge, and I can just about guarantee and tell you which way they're going to decide on something. No matter what the Constitution says, no matter what the law says, I can just about promise you, I can tell you how they will rule.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, you got to do some digging. Yeah. Shout out
Flying
to
Rich
Flying
decided
Rich.
to grace us with his presence.
Yeah, Flying Rich says yo yo yo. I saw him shooting his little
little AR,
shorty wop.
Oh, by the way,
where was he? Where was he shooting that? Was he shooting that
his
on
backyard?
I think it's his backyard.
It
looked like it was
I tell you
working.
what, my IG video of me holding the gun has 300,000 plus.
Oh, look at you!
I didn't, and the funny part is the one that's shooting has quite a few views too of him shooting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I put it on YouTube thinking it would do the same on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. No,
I think they figured me out on YouTube.
Yeah,
because it's got like 100 and something views.
Yeah,
and I think they.
Anybody want to go hunting?
Mm-hmm.
Hunting?
Anybody want to hop in a car and go hunting with me?
Hunting?
News: Florida 10-year-old girl escapes attempted kidnapper twice in 2 days. And they haven't caught him yet.
Why is this
the same guy
girl out?
Same guy twice in 2 days.
Why is this girl? Are they putting her out for bait?
Somebody want to come hunting with me?
Oh my god! By the way, I'm gonna show the Discord here. I don't know. Oh, that's from Boss Hog. He says hello. Yeah, Forrest. That's from Boss Hog. There you go.
General Dan, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh,
Lieutenant
Boss
Dan.
Hog.
Lieutenant Dan.
Is it me?
There's a.
Is it someone? Yeah, there you go. It's a celebration, bitch.
And I'm gonna make you happy.
Why? Boss Hog is just going crazy. He's just putting a whole bunch of.
He's loaded up with memes.
Is that Rick James down there below?
Where?
At the bottom?
Oh, right here.
In the middle. That's not Rick James, is it?
No. That's
Yeah,
that is Rick James.
Rick?
No, that's
It's fucking what's the comedian playing Rick
Dave
James?
Chappelle. Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle as Rick James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Rick James is dead, right? He passed away. He died. He's no longer with the living, right?
Okay. Did he?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it's a hell of a drug. Yeah. You know what he called? Eddie Murphy?
What?
Darkness.
Darkness?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy and his brother. You know, Eddie Murphy and his brother, especially. Well, Eddie
Charlie
Murphy's
Murphy.
brother is Charlie Murphy is like very dark skinned, and he would call Charlie Murphy Darkness. But him and Eddie Murphy were always going at it. They were, they were friends. He would always do shit to like.
Okay. It was friendly badgering.
No, Rick James crazy. They actually got because do you remember Eddie Murphy actually put out an album back in the days? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who wrote those songs?
Oh, that was
Rick James.
Rick James.
I got Boogie in my pants or whatever it was he had.
Yeah. My girl wants to party all the time.
Party all the time.
Party all the time.
And he
He had one called
like
Put Your Lips on Me.
That vinyl skin suit thing that he wore.
Yeah, but Rick James wrote those songs, and then they became popular, and then he got mad.
She's a very tricky girl.
Yeah, Rick James is.
Don't help the mother.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, more Rick James coming in. More Rick James. Have you never looked at the Chappelle Show, Walter? Those Rick James skits will crack you.
The Rick James Chappelle Show skits are amazing.
Look, there's Charlie Murphy right there getting slapped.
Oh, getting slapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, look right here. He's about to get a slap. That's Charlie Murphy. Come on, Charlie. You're darkness. That's how he would talk to him. That was for real. And Charlie Murphy was really gangster. And this is Eddie Murphy right here in one of my. This is my favorite. Okay, what was this movie? Oh my God, what movie is that from? This scene right here is from.
Is he doing that goofy laugh that he does?
Okay, let me tell you that movie.
Sure he is.
Wait, now I got to look up that movie. That's one of my favorite movies, but I never remember the name of it. And we're running out of time here. But is it not Boomerang?
Super Freak. Super Freak. She's super freaking. Yow.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to find.
I'm
trying to find that Eddie Murphy thing. I'm gonna find that Eddie Murphy movie.
Norbit.
No, it wasn't Norbit.
No, that's what Boss Hog said. Norbit.
No, it's a movie about making a movie.
Oh.
So that's the. But it has
She's a very tricky
comedians
girl.
in there. Why can't I find freaking? Why is there no?
The kind you don't bring home to mother.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna definitely take a break here, and then we're gonna come back.
Bowfinger.
Bowfinger. Damn it, Bowfinger. Yes. Yeah. You guys have to see that movie Bowfinger. We're gonna talk about
T-minus 10.
Come back here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I'm gonna show it to you before we go to break. There
3,
goes Bowfinger.
2, 1.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, so listen, when you guys get a chance, this movie Bowfinger with Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy and a bunch of other cool. This is have you guys never seen this movie Bowfinger?
No. Negative.
No, Patrick?
Mm-mm.
If you get a chance, look at this. Is an awesome movie. There's a whole. First of all, it's a movie about making a movie, and Steve Martin plays like a guy in Hollywood who is a filmmaker, but he does everything guerrilla style because he doesn't have any kind of money, so he cons people into doing things and all that, and they want to make a movie, and Eddie Murphy's playing two characters. So Eddie Murphy's playing this big famous actor in the movie who is in an organization like Scientology, and he's he's a big famous actor, and then he's also playing the guy's brother. So this guy here is the brother. So he has like a nerdy cornball kind of brother that and so Steve Martin gets his brother to be him in their movie, and they kind of like force this actor to be in their movie by using his brother, but then also following him around and shooting film of him, but he doesn't know it. So they're doing all this crazy shit to him, and he thinks he's losing his mind, and then the Scientology dudes are trying to figure out like what the fuck. It's a funny movie. If you see it, you'll love it. It's one of the funniest movies with Eddie Murphy, and it's got like someone who I think is real funny, Steve Martin, in it. You guys will love that movie. Awesome. I really like that. I can look at that movie at least once a year. I check it out. So there you go. Okay, so listen. Do you want to talk about who knows about Fallout out there in the
real Fallout?
No, Fallout the video game.
Mask up. Don't take your potassium iodine, whatever it is.
I got some. I just bought some.
Yeah.
I need to buy some.
So Fallout is a video game that's been around. I didn't even realize this. 25 years this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 25. This is an old video game. Mm-hmm. But very, very popular video game. So I did something over the weekend. So Dominic, that works with Sam Andrews and does the leather carving, he came up with this very cool Fallout outfit that I'm showing you guys.
I want that bandolier.
Well, he made this, and if you look at it, you see those Coca-Cola bottle caps right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nuka-Cola.
not really. Yeah, it's not really Coca-Cola. It's Go ahead, Patrick. Nuka-Cola.
Nuka-Cola.
So I have a bunch of those here because of this thing. Let's see if we can get.
I thought that was like bottled in Chernobyl or something.
So
Nuka-Cola is the Coca-Cola from the Fallout universe.
Yeah. So there you go. So Nuka-Cola, that's in there. So that's money. That's actually money in the.
Yep, that's
game.
the currency in the Fallout universe.
Yeah.
Bottle caps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patrick.
They're the only thing that survived the nuclear apocalypse, and there's no new ones, so they consider them the currency of the wastelands.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems that currency is no longer the currency of the realm. No, it goes the other way. Do you guys know what that's from?
No.
Anybody knows?
Negative.
Pirates of the Caribbean. You ever saw that in Pirates of the Caribbean?
I've seen them all, but I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he made that outfit, and then Another person that we know. Let me see if I could find the outfit here so I could just show you guys. Oh, here we go. This is a. So you guys, these folks look familiar. This is Joanna and Rolando.
Yeah.
So Joanna right here is dressed up as one of the people. I guess there's people who live in a vault. Patrick.
Yeah, she's in a vault suit.
Yeah, vault suit. There you go. So, what is this, Patrick? There's like the society is divided into the people who are above ground and survive somehow, and then people in the vault.
So there's a company called Vault-Tec who created a bunch of underground vaults, anticipating the end of the world. Mm-hmm. What ended up happening is Vault-Tec was this evil corporation with plans to study certain things. So only a couple of the vaults worked like normal, where apocalypse would come, you'd go under there, you'd have food for 50 years, and then you'd come back out. Mm-hmm. Most of them, like 95% of them, had weird experiments that they would do. One of the vaults had 1,000 men, or it was more like 100 men, and one woman to see what would happen. One of the vaults had 100 women and one man to see what would happen. And obviously the one with 100 men, they ended up all killing each other. Whereas the one with 100 women, the man just became like the king of the vault. But yeah, when the nukes all fell, people who were signed up for the vaults would go underground, and then they got experimented on. Some came back to the surface, and then on the surface world, that's a tiny percentage of the population. Right. On the surface world,
the one with the many men, with 100 men. We already run this experiment. There'd be a lot of gay shit going on. It's called prisons. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
So above ground, people survived, obviously, and you got raiders, you got all sorts of things that are going on above ground, and you always typically you play as a vault dweller. One of the games you don't. Actually, two of the games I guess you don't. But yeah, it's a whole gaming universe. It's really good series.
Yeah. So since Dominic was there and he was dressed up as like you guys saw the outfit as one of the
there at Sam Andrews.
Yeah. So Dominic works with Sam Andrews. Yes. Rolando and Joanna showed up there, and then so Pete, who is Carolina Custom Foams, built this case. You see the Vault-Tec or whatever in there. So this case, they're gonna sell it. It's got that knife. It's got this AR. It's got what is the name of these freaking handguns?
Pip-Boy?
Yeah, it's
the handgun?
Yeah, it's the 9mm the Browning.
Well, they're already wrong, so
yeah. So it's got all these different...
in Fallout it should be a 10mm.
There's some different guns in there.
New Vegas did have high powers as a gun, but mostly it's a 10mm that doesn't exist in real life. They also really M16s like that really don't exist in the Fallout universe. Those weld kits that I bought, Walter, that would turn into a good Fallout gun.
Yeah,
the AR-15 flats that weld up.
So there's
it can't be pretty. It can't be pretty in the box.
No, exactly. That is a beautiful high power though, and I would love to own that.
Yeah. That is basically I know the name of this company. It's like Destiny's Child or something like that, but Lola's gonna tell me if she's still out there. Was the company that did the guns, but it doesn't. I've got all this information there, and I'm actually gonna get them to come on because they're in Miami.
What are they doing? Auctioning it for charity or something?
They're gonna do something like that. But basically, since everyone was there, Pete from Carolina Custom Foams, who was on the podcast, and he's worked on some movies, he decided to do like a little mini movie. Which I was in it, and Joanna was in it, and Dominic was in it, and we did a couple of things. You guys will see that when it comes out. We'll do a whole thing for it, and I'll have videos and stuff like that came out. But I don't play video games. I see a whole bunch of people in here like Asper Warrior, DCG.
I don't either.
So. Yeah, a whole bunch. Dad Hates You. All those guys are talking about. We're having this discussion about Fallout. So this might be something you guys, and my kids are all about Fallout also. So
Fallout is actually one of my favorite, probably is my favorite series of all time.
Yeah, you would have had a good time, Patrick. You should have,
You did not want me out there. I was a mess yesterday.
Just be geeking out. So you could.
Fallout's great.
Yeah, you could technically have any kind of gun, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, anything from the old world would exist, and then the new world stuff from after the bombs dropped is all like pipe guns and different things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Think of it very much like Mad Max. It's very much was based off of the original game itself was conceptually very similar to Mad Max, that type of universe.
Yeah. So here's some pictures. I'm just throwing up some pictures. We're gonna have video and stuff like that that's gonna come out, and we'll have all these guys come back on the show and talk about it once it goes out there. The thing is that Joanna and Rolando are working with Geeks and Gamers. So there's going to be a whole bunch of collaborative stuff going on here, and I'll let you guys know. I'm interested to see that thing come out. I did some acting. You know, I'm a method actor. I really get into my role when I'm acting. So I went there, and I don't know if I have pictures of it, but I wasn't prepared for this. And they're like, oh, yeah, give us a T-shirt so that we could destroy this T-shirt and make it, make you look like you're in this world. Oh, I don't think I have pictures anywhere. Lola probably has some pictures somewhere so I could show you guys. And I actually took a Fort Scott T-shirt that I happen to have, and then they put it through like a belt sander and burned it and cut holes in it and all that kind of stuff to make it look good. So there you go. Dan Hates You says is 10mm EMP proof.
Oh, we know it is. Everybody knows it is.
Yeah. Anything
it doesn't melt.
Yeah, anything that's not plastic, according to Tyman, will be.
There are. The more I think about it, there are no Glocks or no Glock-like things in the Fallout universe. It's only steel and wood. Okay. Nothing plastic survives. So Tyman might be on something here.
Somebody brought something up that's probably pretty real. A Glock pistol or a plastic pistol. I'm not going to pick on Glock because there's lots of polymer lower pistols left in the outside in the environment for 20, 30 years maybe. And I'm talking about like Florida sun, dirt, dust, Would it survive?
A Glock.
And that's something you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, in a real world environment,
would survive. I bet you the rust is what would kill it.
Well,
I mean, that's a possibility. So far, right? It's not going to rust all the way.
Then it's not going to function if the rust and the plastic aren't going to play well when the rust swells up. And, so that's. I mean, steel. It's one of those things that's never really been put to the test that I'm aware of. I don't know. Is there a Glock 17 first gen that's been out in the weather since 1983 or 2 or whatever the heck? I don't know. Maybe there is some.
Probably not.
How many years is Fallout? So let's say, what's Fallout on, like the 5th game or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously the game has been out for 25 years, but from the apocalypse to when people start coming out, how long is it? 100 years? 50 years?
About 200 years.
200 years. Oh yeah.
Typically,
a Glock left outside in the open, but there should be still. But there's no way there's not Glocks in like underground bunkers and stuff like that. Come on now.
That's not out in the weather though, my friend. Come on.
Okay.
Abusive. I mean, plastics in general eventually start to break down. I don't know how. Yeah. My experience, anyways.
Right.
Maybe that's Glock is made from some alien technology that Gaston.
No, but what I'm saying is, not every gun will just be out in the open.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll be just fine and everything. Life is good and
I mean, Florida will kill anything out in the open. I'm not going to argue that with you. In Florida, anything out in the open will fucking die.
Just the UV light and all those things just play hell on everything.
Look at paint jobs here in Florida.
The first game took place 84 years after the Great War.
Oh, 84. Okay.
84 years.
So it's about 100 years. Yeah. But there's still going to be some. So what about the dudes burying their what is that stuff that you got that they put all over guns? Was it something lean?
Cosmoline and grease.
Yeah. Cosmoline will survive anything if kept out of the weather. Like if you stuck a gun in a vat of Cosmoline, sealed it up, and stuck it out there, I bet you it would survive for 100 years.
Okay.
If you dug up a gun that was greased in grease from World War II and it unless it was in a super wet environment, look at those guns they dig out of those swamps. The wood might be
some
gone.
Of them could still work.
but the frickin' metal's like brand new that comes out of these swamps. So,
the peat bogs that have no oxygen or whatever,
no oxygen,
where stuff survives forever. Yeah,
it pulled the tanks out that still have all the markings and the paint and everything.
Yeah. I think
I want one.
So I don't know, Mac. Maybe the game doesn't want to touch on stuff that's already kind of like.
Well, that costs money.
Yeah.
That costs money. Yeah. Lots of money.
They have certain things that are in there, but all of them are. So something else to think about is the Great War in the game happened in what we would consider to be the 50s, 1950s.
Oh, okay.
So nothing.
Oh well, Glock
technically didn't exist.
Yeah, they would never exist then. Yeah.
High powers existed. 1911s existed. There were plenty of revolvers. So I guess that's what it is.
So
it didn't exist.
When did ARs come around then?
ARs
60s.
happened 60s.
Oh,
so they would have had
60s,
them kind of available.
But
and I guess you could go with the idea that they were already somewhat available and the plans were out there. So if you were looking through the wasteland, conceivably somebody could stumble across, in 100 years, somebody could stumble across those plans and then make more of them.
Yeah. I think Asper Warrior is saying Fallout 76, Fallout 5 takes place in 2077.
Yeah, Fallout 76 doesn't exist, though, so we don't talk about Fallout 76.
What is that? What?
Yeah. Fallout 1, 2, 3, and 4, New Vegas, and all the other ones are fantastic games. Fallout 76 was this cash grab that Bethesda did 5 years ago. That is a MMO style game where it's not a single player experience. It's a bunch of people on a server, and it supposedly was total shit.
Okay,
it's not that great. So it kind of, in my mind, it's like when you get, the last season of your favorite show, and it's total fucking garbage because it was written in like 2 weeks.
The shark. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, this doesn't exist in my universe.
Like Game of Thrones.
That's Fallout 76.
Yeah.
That's Fallout 76 to me. It doesn't exist. It's not canon.
Jade Grew says most of the games are set around 2277.
Yeah, the first one I looked up was 21 something. I can't remember.
Yeah. So there you go. It's interesting. It's some interesting stuff. The fact that they've been doing it for 25 years is crazy.
So it's not just, interestingly enough, it's not, Bethesda didn't develop the game. The game was actually developed by a company called Interplay back in the 90s. Interplay went bankrupt, and then when a video game developer, like any other company, goes out of business, their intellectual property gets sold to whoever's got the whoever's highest bidder. And then it ended up where Bethesda came back around and bought the rights to it back in 2002 or 2003, and then turned it from the old game into what they have now.
Okay.
The original style of game is very different from what we play today. They're totally different games. But it's still good. Great universe. So the whole universe is amazing.
Yeah. So Walter's like, I don't know what's happening.
Now, I can talk about lots about Fallout. That is one of those games that I just put another 60 hours into New Vegas, which came out in 2006 or something. But the story is still really good, so I just replayed the whole thing again.
Yeah. Lots of people very deep into this, and one of the things is this is where future gun guys are going to pull their fantasy guns from. This is going to be the thing. You're going to see more companies building guns, Walt, for this game. So, but let me go to this story before we run out of time here. I sent this to you guys. Did you see the story about the convertible that was buried? Convertible reported stolen in 1992, buried in yard of $15 million mansion.
You sent that. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't either,
actually.
So
3 decades after a car was reported stolen in Northern California, police are digging the missing convertible out of the yard of a $15 million mansion built by a man with a history of arrests for murder, attempted murder, and insurance fraud. The convertible Mercedes-Benz filled with bags of unused concrete was discovered Thursday by landscapers in an affluent town of Asherton in Silicon Valley. Atherton Mayor Rick DeGola said, reading a statement from police. There's
something sketchy here.
Yeah.
Somebody just doesn't put a bunch of bags of powdered concrete in a car and bury it in a yard. That doesn't just happen.
And the cadaver dogs were alerting to stuff, but they didn't find any bodies.
Yeah.
So this car was found not like right side up. Like, there's some people that have a really nice car, but they can't pay for it, but they don't want to give it back to the bank, so they bury it. We've heard of this a couple times. This is like flipped. This was like flipped over and buried, and then they found all these bags of concrete, which means that maybe this person buried somebody else somewhere else on the concrete.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. So that's gonna, and the guy obviously was a millionaire. His home was like, it was like a $15 million mansion. He didn't own it anymore, but someone else owned it. So.
Oh, so they think it was tied to the original owner?
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
People, not the people who were there. It was the original owner is the one who's been accused of murder, attempted murder, and all that kind of stuff. This is gonna have legs.
We're gonna accuse you of this. We don't have any evidence until now because we found a car in your old backyard.
Yeah. Well, cold cases, man. This is some cold cases.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta cut them up and feed them to gators or pigs or something. You can't. And then you gotta send the car to a rec yard. I've thought this through.
Okay, we're gonna take a break.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Okay, so Patrick, in the game, right? In the game, these...
In Fallout.
Yeah, in Fallout, these bottle caps are very expensive, right?
Consider them $1 a piece.
No, don't lie to me. Don't lie.
No. Bottle caps are not... They're not rare or anything. They are the currency. Okay. They are like $1 bill.
Oh, okay. I was going to
buy you a
crank with I was going to try to buy you a crank with these 3.
You better have about 2,500 of those in that universe.
No, these are yours. These are yours.
Oh, cool. I'll put them on my desk. Yeah.
Yeah, these are yours.
I love Fallout.
All right, let's come to the real world. How much do these suckers pay for those bottle caps?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I bet you they paid more than $1 a bottle cap.
Probably more.
Yeah. So can I make these bottle caps and sell these to these marks?
Probably.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can.
If you got the time to print and do it, hell yeah. People buy those things like crazy.
I'm telling you, you could do Fallout stuff. It's big. My kids were excited.
Oh, yeah.
When I was sending them stuff, they were like, oh, that's Fallout. Oh, that's cool. So the
whole universe is really fun.
Yeah. But I did grab these for you, Patrick, because I know...
Sweet. I'll put them on my desk. Those will live in here somewhere.
Yeah, so I know Patrick. And then Asper Warrior says, Fallout 3/New Vegas was a big part of me getting into guns. Or getting me into guns.
New Vegas is one of the best Fallout games ever made. It was so good.
Yeah. You got to ask Will about Fallout, Walter. He probably...
Will's not a gamer, though, is he?
No, I don't think he is.
No. Oh, no? Oh, okay. Okay.
No, that's too... Yeah, I don't know.
That's beneath him.
He's
on higher levels. He's on a way higher level.
Yeah, I guess whatever.
Right. Yeah. Will is like those dudes that like some radiation happened to the brain and therefore the brain expanded and the powers expanded and now.
Remember when he was elementary school he was told that he was smarter than the teacher.
Right,
and that was that's a bad thing.
That's what they tell the smarter kids. Right. You're probably smarter than the teacher.
And that creates a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't say nothing.
I had, it's funny. I had one of these, one of the moments the other day where I recently started playing a game that I have always heard about, but I had never played it. And the universe has been around for a long time. And I was doing some reading, and I was like, man, I remember this coming out. I remember people talking about this. I don't know why I never played it, because I've always been a gamer. I looked at the timeline. It was right during my senior year of high school through my years in college. And I was like, I didn't play video games during any of that time. I was busy working and going to school. I didn't play any video games around then.
Yeah, of course. College? Yeah, that's probably all a blur to you. at this point.
Jesus.
We didn't
Anything
even
before
show
2012.
You know what's funny? We didn't really show that. We didn't really talk about any guns or anything. The time's all up now.
I test fired the fuck out of this weekend. I got it working.
I saw the picture. Is that the 30?
Yeah.
The 308?
This is the 308. Now it runs.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Added an adjustable gas port and then that pigtail.
And that got it running.
Yeah.
And some adjusting and tweaking. And then when I oiled the crap out of it, what a difference. What a difference. Yeah. So
ARs do like to be run wet.
Yeah. We need to shoot this. We need to do a bunch of shooting, actually, when I get back.
Mm-hmm.
Here we got to get some shooting videos and things like that done once I get back. I'm gonna be on the road for the next couple of weeks, but we're gonna try to do the Free for All Mondays. So I'm gonna take all this podcast stuff with me in the van and all that, and try to keep up with it. I think someone was asking what I'm doing. I'm doing a van thing. So there's a company called Mod Vans, and they're based in Oxnard, California. You could actually go online to their website.
Are you really go to Oxnard?
Huh. Yes, absolutely.
I can't believe somebody actually goes there. They're I'll talk about them offline.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they invited me out there for their investor day, and so I'm going to be there for that investor day. When that's done, they're actually going to give me their new van. It's like they do some pretty cutting edge stuff, so I'm going to get to borrow their van for 7 days and do, hang out with it and do stuff, make videos. Lola, I think, is going to fly out, and we're going to go through Vegas and see SEMA show and all that. And then when that's done, I think she's flying back, and then I'm going to make my way back. I'll probably do some other things, stop in and visit some folks that I know in the gun world, maybe the van world on the way back. But I will try to keep doing the Free for All Mondays. I'll keep you guys posted on that. So, Asper Warrior wants to know what game you're talking about. He says, "What game?"
Stalker. The series is called Stalker. Hank, you might actually be interested in it. It's based on a book and a movie. The book was called Roadside Picnic, and the movie was called Stalker. It was out of Russia. It's really good. Basically, the universe is like it's not post-apocalyptic, but aliens have come down, left all their trash in these like 8 different areas. The reason it's called Roadside Picnic is it's this concept that aliens came down, left all their garbage. We don't know what any of this garbage is. It's all highly irradiated and can easily kill you. To the aliens, I guess it's just trash. It's like they just threw a bunch of batteries out, swept
in there,
they swept their cars out, they swept everything out, and then took back off. Wow. But to us, it's like crazy technology. Mm-hmm. Really interesting. But yeah, it's called the game is Stalker.
Oh, Asper Warrior says Stalker is awesome. So there you go.
Yeah. And so the people that go. The governments of all these areas that had aliens land there control these areas. They're called the zones, the zone.
Right.
And they're highly irradiated and dangerous. But stalkers go into the zone and try to recover artifacts and make a bunch of money. And
by the way,
it's a pretty cool.
Here's
pretty
all
cool
the
universe.
Stuff that was going up while we were talking about all of this. Fallout, and I don't know what this means right here.
That's a Pit Boy. That's Fallout's mascot.
Yeah. So, is there a specific thing in the Discord for video games? Did you put a video game thing in there?
No, you just keep it in regular chat. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. So anyway, listen, we're gonna wrap the whole show up here with these guys. We will be back. Like I said, I'll try to do Mondays, but you can follow these guys. They're gonna tell you now. You can follow what Babyface is getting up to, what Walter's getting up to, and me as well. If you want to follow what I'm getting up to, most of that is going to be on Stranger Palooza, so you guys can check Stranger Palooza out. You'll find that. We'll start with Babyface P, and you can tell the folks where to go, how to follow you.
YouTube.com/BabyfaceP or Instagram baby_faceP. It's been a bit of a dry spell for a month or so now, but I do have things that I want to get done. It's been a little busy because of the baby on the way, but I have a couple of things in the works that will be coming out soon.
Chrome Vandium.
I'm going to get to Hank. No, I got to get to Hank's and do some testing. I got 2 AK-74s that have never been fired that I want to shoot. I got some magazines. I got some other stuff. So there's more coming.
Yeah. By the way, Walter, at the baby shower, Babyface said this baby will be named Chrome Vandium.
P, Chrome Vanadium P.
And all his relatives, every time I brought that up, they were like, what is wrong with this guy?
What the hell are you talking about, son?
Because nobody, the funny thing is, nobody in my family
Nobody's in on
understands
it.
that
They don't
joke
know any of
other
this,
than Barley. Barley's
Yeah.
the only one, so.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah, they're all like,
Yeah,
this guy
yeah,
is nuts.
Speaking of Chrome Vanadium,
right.
American Guncheck posted some pictures of herself and Colt.
Yeah.
He's a cute little critter.
Oh yeah, he's very cute.
Yeah, I saw those. He was cute.
Yeah, he looks a lot. He looks like a lot like her. You know, thank God he doesn't look like Joe that much. Okay, I'm just kidding, Joe.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's Chrome Vanadium 1 right there, by the way. That was the one we tried.
Yeah. I saw she put up pictures of him like with a cowboy hat on and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was cute little pictures. Yeah.
So, Walt, tell the folks how they can tune into what you have going on.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Safety Harbor Firearms, and then there's Dirtfoot Racing on those same 3 mediums. And then it's also on Utreon, too. Check it out on Utreon. And then there's StemParts.com. So
there you
for
go.
all your STEM parts needs.
Yes.
And the way things are looking, I got to do some investigating. If they can sell 80% receivers and stuff, I might be back in the receiver section business.
I think
that's not even
close.
It's not even close to a receiver. So yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think you might be.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff is playing out, but some of it's kind of like a mishmash right now, right? Some positive stuff. We need to see how these elections go. People need to go out there and vote.
As if Republicans are going to do us a favor.
Anyways,
fuck. We need to at least block some of this shit. If we can get Republicans to get a majority, then we could create like a stalemate. That's probably the best we could hope for right now. I know that's
best that could ever happen is nothing happens in Washington.
Right. That's pathetic.
Zero.
That's so pathetic, but you know what? Yes,
it's the truth.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. So I'm gonna run in the end. We're gonna come back. Is Walt doing Words of Wisdom?
I got the last one, so it's Walter's turn.
Yeah, it's your turn, Walt.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let me run the end in. You can think about it now. We'll be right back here. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Like I said, we're going to rip the audio out of this. It's going to go up on iTunes. It's on Audible. You can get it from hankstrange.com. We've got lots of content out there. Make sure you check out YouTube/HankStrange. We've got videos going up that YouTube is not telling you about. And, of course, there's stuff on Stranger Palooza. So, Walt, words of wisdom.
The world is not a video game. You can't hit the reset button when they drop the bomb on you, and you can start over. And so don't glorify that idea that somehow that's all cool and everything, because it ain't fucking cool. So
yeah, there's no bomb shelters in Florida so far as I know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
whether
it's a bomb or a mortar from or those poor people in that building. Did you see the video of the Russian fighter jet guy ejecting and the fighter ran into an apartment building?
Let's close it up. I'll post it to the Discord, and then I'll post it for Hank too.
Yeah, right. He survived, but 14 or 15 people didn't. So.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Like I said, I'll try to do this every Monday while I'm on the road, but you can hit me up, social media, all that kind of stuff. We can still keep this going. All right, big thanks to Babyface P and Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms. We're out of here. I'm going to press the buttons right now. We'll see ya. Peace out.
Goodbye.